Oh, well, all those bits.
Let's try that again.
So, see, your embarrassing thing didn't get through, so it's fine.
Hi, everyone. We're Board Game House, where we know how to stream, I promise. Hello, Fish. Hello, Sunny. Hello, SoCal. Hello, Decatur. Hello, Anna Rose. Hello, G. Hello, Sunny. Hello. Anyone else I missed? Felix, there you are.
I can't see, is what I was saying. You know, that was actually a really good, banter back and forth between us, and not a single person heard it.
It's okay. So tonight we are going back to the 80s. That's why Megan has a nice scrunchie. It's not just because she didn't want to do her hair.
It's mostly because I didn't want to do my hair.
Shh, they don't know that.
I like to be transparent and honest, but I also can't see right now, so... Excuse me while I go let in the cat.
DK, why do you feel sad?
DK?
I said hello to you, didn't I?
DK, why are you sad? What, sweetie? In or out? Make a choice.
What? Well, hello, DK. Welcome.
You didn't say hello to DK. DK, I'm sorry. I literally can't see the chat. It's just colors.
She has her glasses on right now. Tonight we are going to be going back into detective, but we're going back to the 80s because we were doing LA crimes, which the boxes actually see through because of the green screen for some reason.
There we go. I can. But there's no green on it. It's like when my wormwood box, my flame box, was green screened for some reason. It's not green. It's yellow.
It was good banter. But yeah, so we are going to do that. But before we do that, a few quick announcements.
It's really tall. I don't know. I can't see. So, well, I can see now, but.
Hello, Lynx.
Yeah. Yay!
All right. A few quick announcements. Oh wow, that's much brighter with the sunglasses off.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot brighter. Yeah. Kind of hurt my eyes for a hot second. Also, I don't feel like I'm in focus. I'm just throwing it out there.
You are. It doesn't look like it's focused.
Oh, because it's that screen?
Yes.
That screen. I don't like that screen.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Hey.
What are you doing?
No. Hey, no, stop it.
Steven's breaking things.
There.
Steven's breaking things. Oh, yeah, okay. We are in focus. Okay.
Okay.
My hair looks like my hair looks very Satine Phoenix right now, and it is very much not. I'm very confused by it.
All right. A few quick announcements before we begin. If you missed any stream from the first 2 months of the year, we give donations. Part of it we're going to give back to local charities. For this first quarter, we're doing the Humane Society. So 20% of anything you donate will get give to charity, and for every $100 we collect, we're going to donate a game to West Virginia University's Toy Mountain. Other things that are going on with us. There's a lot of new stuff up on our YouTube, so definitely go check that out. Things like new how to plays, Megan's Diary of a First Time DM.
Which may or may not be posted on time tomorrow.
It will be. You'll get it. I have faith in you.
Yeah, after I redo 5 hours of video editing, it went down the drain, which Derek then figured out how to make it autosave, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, good.
So there's that. That's a positive out of all of this. But still, 5 hours is now gone. I've gotten the 5 stages of grief. I've gotten past the pure panic and sobbing.
Now you're in anger?
Now I'm in anger. I've moved on to anger.
Other things that are going on, but Diary of First Time DM, the reason why she's doing that series is because we're now doing a series, we're doing a campaign of Humblewood that she's DMing. The first episode is up on YouTube, so you can go and watch that and catch up. We do know that the audio was a little bit off on that. We have plans to fix that, so hopefully in the next one, the audio will be good to go. Other things that are going on.
I streamed video games for the first time yesterday.
You did. That's also up on the YouTube. She streamed the first part of the playthrough of
Ori.
Do you have to put your tail right in front of the camera?
Yeah, she does. Oh, but look at her. She's being so good. She's gonna have to move, but she's being so good.
Yeah.
I died a lot.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
So that is up on the YouTube as well.
I think that I might play again tomorrow, but I have... do you have to do that right next to the mic? But I have what could be a very important meeting tomorrow. But after that...
Yeah.
I may come up and stream for a bit.
Oh, other things that are going on. 760.
We are at 760 followers, which means we are only 40 followers away from our goal of 800 followers.
Woo!
Join us.
Hello, Greggles.
Hello, Greggles.
And hello, Sailor Nightwing.
Hello. Did we say hello to the fish?
Yes. The fish was the very first person that said something in the chat.
Oh, we've missed you too.
All right.
I feel very small.
Why do you feel small?
I don't know. What's up? Greggles? I have located Girl Scout cookies for you. What is my lipstick? My lipstick is a sample that I got with points from Sephora. It is called Chai, and it's Bite. So, usually on here I wear the Sephora cream lip stain stuff because it doesn't really move. I like to wear it in shows too, fun facts. So I suggest looking at those too. Yay! Oh no. Yay! Yes, I did. I located Girl Scouts today, which sounds really terrible, but I don't really have a lot of people who have
Actually,
kids
I have
of
people
that
at
age.
work that now I can get them from too.
Also, one of our friends was very impressed with our customer service that we were going to provide Girl Scout cookies for our friend, Lindsay. So, yes. So I will be getting those Saturday. We'll be getting Girl Scout cookies.
Now, am I going to have to lock them up here so you guys don't eat them down there?
No. Because I'm going to get my own as well. Because I feel like every year when Girl Scout cookies come around, I'm on a diet of some sort. This year I'm not.
All right. Okay, so we are going to need the stuff in the box.
Okay. Hang on, I've made a mess over here.
No, well, we're going to need the markers.
Okay, well, I've made a mess over here, so just hold up for a second. They are not just a thing from American TV shows. We do have Girl Scout cookies. They are delicious. My favorite are Samoas, which apparently are called something else in other parts of the country. Because there are two different baking places that Girl Scouts have. So depending on where you order from, depends on where your cookies come from.
Really? You're scratching it in, now you're scratching it out?
Yeah, that's the way she works. Oh, we have things.
What?
Okay, 1, hi, Madam Mommy. We love you. 2, mystical fae creatures. DK, got something, but I don't know what it is because it doesn't say it on chatty.
Hold on, I will find out.
Get out of here. It just says anything, so it could be anything. Hey! Oh,
Megan
that's me!
sings.
That's me! Yes, Caramel Delights is the other name.
Okay, so...
Hello, Tiger Planet!
Hello. Alright, so Megan sings anything. I think it should be something 80s because we're doing an 80s game tonight.
What are you thinking?
I think you should...
I feel like you're really just searching through Rock of Ages right now.
I'm searching through all the 80s.
Okay.
The whole decade.
The whole decade. the fish. You hop in whenever you would like.
I don't know. Somebody in chat, throw out a song that you want to
Wow.
hear Megan sing.
Super helpful. I thought you wanted it to be 80s.
Well,
what about... I have the Twitter notifications. Ooh, something Queen.
something Queen. Somebody to love.
That was what was in my head.
Go for it.
Oh, okay. I always put... It's so funny to me that I'll pull up the lyrics for stuff that I definitely know, but I know that I'll forget because I panic. Okay. Going through it in my head. Could you tell? Ooh, each morning I get up, I die little. Can't barely stand on my feet. Take a look in the mirror and cry. Lord, what are you doing to me? I've spent all my years believing you, and I just can't get no relief. Lord, somebody, ooh, somebody, can anybody find me? Somebody to love. I skipped forward, but I really love that song. Specifically, surprisingly enough, the Ella Enchanted version.
Yes. You can't see it. You'll never know what I'm drinking. All right. So,
Ella Enchanted is a great movie, and I think it is very underrated. It's a great movie.
So as you can see, we changed our overlays a little bit to fit the 80s theme.
Wait, do we have 80s music for...
We do not. I was just going to do the basic detective music we've always done.
Oh, okay. Well, techno
Detective.
actually would have been... Oh, the detective. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's start the music.
After this week's review, we need a Steven Sings option. Hey! Steven never sings. He only sings if he has to.
All right. So, into Antara
Why do I feel like that's not coming out of the right speaker? Okay, now it's changing a little bit. Okay, it is. It sounded like at first it was coming out of this speaker.
All right. So we need to go here.
Yeah, I was actually really wondering. I'm glad that you didn't actually tell me. You just said, what's one of the famous songs that the Phantom sings? And I had no idea where you were going to put that. Because you put in Masquerade, which, fun facts, my favorite song from Phantom of the Opera.
I knew I was going to do that, but then I was like, well, I have the mask. I might as well do something.
Yeah.
Because I like to have at least like a bit or two.
Yeah, that's why I said Music of the Night. I was like, that's his that's like, I feel like that's his famous song. But...
Okay, so we're doing Campaign 2, LA Crimes. I wonder if they're going to change the overlay of Antares.
I don't know. Let's find out. I feel like that's a lot of work for them.
Waiting for it.
That's also how you become a Ben Franklin impersonator. You got the glasses.
I feel like there's a story there.
I'm our Magni. It's an Office reference.
Oh.
I feel like that count is way off. 99% sure.
Why is this not going? There we go. All right. Wait a minute. There's a case 4. There's only 3 cases in this box. I am confused where case 4 comes from.
Oh no. Oh no! Oh no!
We're going to look it up and find out. We have 3 weeks to find out.
Something to count. Yes. He really did. Clay really did just like
Power through those.
those cookies.
All right. Case 1.
Also, downsides to being the DM, I can't reach any of the snacks. None of them.
Thank you, SoCal. Case 4 is a free case on their site, so to download it. All right. Case 1, a victim in a hotel.
Oh, we need the markers out of it.
They did!
They did! Look how good it looks on your screen. Nailed it. Holy crap.
Okay, now this is really loud.
That looks so good. I couldn't reach any of the snacks, and you all know how important snacks are to me. They shouldn't be, but they are. I like that if I just like lean this way, it's half of me. Okay, I gotta get the things.
Oh, this. I'll get the things if you want to start reading.
Okay. Los Angeles Police Department. September 3rd, 1986. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have never been in Pacific Standard Time.
I have. Actually, I need to get some ramekin's. Hold on.
I've never been further west than Alabama. That's as far as I've gone, and I was in Alabama on accident the first time. We may or may not have broken the law on accident.
What?
My cousin was graduating from Fort Benning in Georgia, and we accidentally took him across state lines because we got lost.
How's that?
You're not supposed to take them across state lines because he hadn't graduated yet. Oops. That was a long time ago. We also got involved in a hit and run in Georgia. So fun.
Note to self, don't go to Georgia with Megan.
There was a long time, it was a running joke in the family, up until I was probably 13 or 14. Anytime we went, like, way out of state for vacation, we got hit. We were in an accident every time. It was a running joke. Like, we could go to, like, Ohio and stuff and it would be fine. But, like, if we were in Florida or something like that, we got hit. It's weird. Okay. Continue. James Bradley, the balding-aged chief of the LAPD, is known for his temper. His screaming during morning briefings can frequently be heard throughout the entire building. I would not work well under this man. I don't do well with screaming. The glass doors to his office have been replaced on numerous occasions after being slammed shut in fury following a meeting that revealed performance below his expectations. I'm screwed. Today, however, he is in a different mood. Bradley anxiously scratches his head as he walks around his office, carefully drawing the blinds on each of the glazed glass partitions that run along the length of the room, separating it from the large open desk-filled workspace of the police station. He always makes sure that none of the other officers stick their noses where they don't belong. Bradley anxiously scratches his head as he walks around the office, carefully drawing the blinds on
You
each of the...
You just read that paragraph.
No, oh, okay. Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, can we... I'm very distracted by how bright this middle light is. Can we just, like, turn it down, like, a touch or two? Lighting a cigarette, he sits laboriously in the chair behind his desk. I've gathered you here because I've been presented with a troubling case. As you may know, there was a shooting at Bel-Air Hotel the night before last. Robert Teller, a local politician running for governor of California in the upcoming election, was targeted. Adam Jenkins' team has been dealing with this since yesterday, but Bradley looks toward the door with a troubled expression. Well, I hate doing this, but the individual who attempted to kill Teller was Jennifer Wolfe. She was the daughter of Tom Wolfe, an old friend of mine from the Army. We served in Vietnam. Eventually, he was pulled into the Special Forces, and we did not stay in touch much after that. The girl was killed during the exchange of fire. Bradley stands up and opens the door to check that nobody's listening, as if what he was about to say was really important. From what I know, Teller was at the hotel meeting with a few LA politicians to discuss the election without drawing the attention of journalists, and decided to remain there for the night after the meetings. Jennifer Wolfe was celebrating her birthday in the same hotel. At some point in the middle of the night, she left her room, heading towards the elevator, and passed Teller's room, where there was some sort of verbal altercation between Jennifer and the bodyguard standing outside of the room. The girl suddenly drew a gun. The bodyguard fired his weapon, hoping to neutralize Jennifer, but the shot proved to eventually be fatal. I feel like something is amiss here. This whole situation is making me sick. I'm pressured by the mayor, the board of commissioners, and some clowns from the hotel to end this investigation quickly. I'm fed up with all of the phone calls from my prying journalist, having to explain that this was just an unfortunate confrontation that escalated. With a number of people breathing down my neck, we'll have to close this case by the end of the week. Officially, the investigation is being led by Adam Jenkins. He's good. We all know that. You will be the second team. What I would like for you to do is operate unofficially. Something is off here. Get a better idea of what happened. Discreetly. We're in the middle of a pre-election cesspool where the smallest misstep could cause political controversy. A drunk girl attempting to shoot a I can never say this. Gubernatorial. Dumb word. Candidate. If that story gets out, it could become a disaster. Add 3 to the token pool. Oh, I'm drinking that wrong. Right? Yes, my dark past, Akatcher. Dark past.
Enter that when instructed by Antares.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
It might be that if this is your... Well, I don't know.
We haven't been instructed yet. It says enter your command above. Is that our command?
I don't know.
Maybe. So maybe that's what we have to do is enter that there. No. Never mind.
Oh, there's more things down here at the bottom. Okay, so add 3 to the token pool. We're to gather information on why Jennifer Wolfe tried to shoot Robert Teller and where she got the gun. I don't feel like she was trying to shoot Robert Teller. I feel like she had something with the bodyguard, but that's just me. You have 4 days to finish the investigation. Our stress limit is 7. We have some further leads. Visit the crime scene, 101 downtown. Access to the case files. Access to the police file on Jennifer Wolfe. Obviously, we're going to do that one first. And on the second day of the investigation, on the second day, we have to read number 107.
Okay.
So on day 2, we need to put a special marker there. Okay. Restate the facts. I didn't get any of my stuff out because I was at Pure Lake because it was a stressful evening.
The facts given so far, DK?
Not many.
Not many. A girl, Jennifer, got into an altercation and was shot and was shooting at a bodyguard of a person running for governor of California. Let's see. Try to get the actual names. Attempted to kill Teller. Jennifer Wolfe is the girl's name. Let's see. What's Teller? Does it say what Teller's first name is?
Robert Teller.
Robert Teller.
As the local politician. Alright. So.
Alright.
We can visit the crime scene.
Well, first we have to decide what characters we're going to do.
Yeah. Okay,
so there are 5 new characters with different abilities.
Okay. So we have Edward Grunberg. His ability is to add stress to the token pool to add a joker.
That might be a good one to have.
It might be. Janet, we can spend 2 from the token pool to remove stress from the token pool.
Okay.
William Washington, you can spend 1 an appropriate skill token from the token pool to dig deeper on a lead card that has already been resolved. Those are always kind of good to have. You can take the write a report action at any location. But if we don't have that other person that like lets us write a report and gain. And this one, Emily Ann Phillips, is spend 1 token from the token pool to remove an X from another.
I kind of say these two.
I don't like the idea of adding stress.
But we don't have to use this unless we absolutely need that extra joker. But I'd rather have the ability to do this and need it. If we want to dig deeper and because I don't want to add it unless we have to. But this way, if we need it, we can do it. And then we can always use her to remove it if we need to do it again. Like a second time in one day.
I would rather have her with him.
This one, though, does give us the talking one. Neither one of these give us a thing. I don't want to spend 2 to remove its stress. The stress level in this is 7.
Okay.
Personally. I mean, I'm going to choose him. You choose the second one. If you want to do her, we can do her.
I just don't imagine us doing that more than one time. How about we say never mind and just take this one?
In case we want to do that later?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because he gives us a thing.
That's fine.
Let's do that.
Okay. So that means we flip
feel better
these
about
over.
that. I just remember when we did have this, we didn't use it. Like, we didn't use her for the rest of the games. We used it the very first game and then didn't use it again.
Okay. So, we get a joker, 2 investigation ones.
Hi, set! Yeah. Basically.
2 talking.
I put it right here. I didn't know we were going to be using the ring light, but that's because I came up late.
I mean, we can turn it off.
No, it's fine. I like how the ring light. See, the ring light. I like the ring light. The ring light makes us look nice. Seth Belmont, thank you for the host. So weird. It popped up in a weird spot. Did you see that?
Yes, I know what it is.
Okay.
Just a second.
Just making sure.
There. Now it'll pop up over top of us.
Okay. Okay. I took 1 note on the last case.
Well, we were just so great on the last case, we didn't need it.
We were the best detectives ever. That's what it told us.
Right? If it wasn't for like that one thing of stress we had to take.
Yeah, we would have had perfect score.
Please stop. I don't know what that is, but it needs to stop.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it? I don't think it does.
I will literally log in right now and mute you myself.
I'll mute you back.
I can mute you more than you can mute me.
I will mute you back. Just bleh.
Okay.
Steven is so mean to me. Alright, so the first thing that we should do...
Correct, DK.
Oh, we don't have our names here. I thought we still have
I
our names.
thought we did. What happened?
What'd you do? What'd you do? They're behind us now. If I move this way, there's my name.
There.
Yay!
I'm just going to open this door and just leave it open. Because I'm not going to deal with this scratching this whole time.
Okay.
There. You can come in now. The door's open.
Okay, so the first thing that we should do is...
read her file.
Read Jennifer Wolf's file.
I think it's not going to give us a whole lot.
No, but it's always good to have those.
Because...
I also don't know how easy it's going to be to get back to this, so should I write those things down?
I would.
Okay. Because it's not, it's you know, not as streamlined as the...
As Antares was?
The new Antares. Okay. So we can... Visit the crime scene. .101 downtown. Access to case files. Read. Oh, that one is one that we need to do as well. File at 100. We're getting ready to do that one, and then second day.
So 2 of these are free actions for us.
Yeah, number 107. Yeah, only one of them actually is a...
It didn't actually say what time to set the time for. So I'm guessing it starts at 8 o'clock.
I'm assuming that it starts at 8.
Okay.
We only have 3 other places that we can go this time.
Mm-hmm. Because there is a courthouse was a pointless one.
Hi. What are you doing? She literally, when I was playing yesterday, she like wrapped around my arm.
I mean, if you want to do that on your end, DK, you can click the gear box down at the bottom and change the resolution to like 160p or whatever. If you really want to relive the 80s, but I'm not going to do that.
Can we just talk about the fact that she came over and just like put her paw on my shoulder and leaned into me? Because this is real stinking cute. Okay. So let's focus on the game now. Jennifer Wolf.
So, Jennifer Wolf, born in 63.
5'7", 148 pounds, no distinguishing marks.
Oh, we don't have access to her father.
Oh, well, because he was in the military.
Yeah, but...
Chalice, thank you for the 5 lucky biddies. And you are being so sweet right now. It's very, very cute.
Arrested during her attempt to steal from Me and Heels store in 82. She had a suspended sentence.
Oh, you're attached.
So we could actually visit her house if we wanted to.
We could, but we have another file that we need to read.
Yes. I'm interested where this girl got a gun.
I so appreciate their attention to detail with how little information.
What year? Did it say what year it was?
Yes, it did. That was in the... Okay.
I just want to go back to the main thing.
Menu, exit, database.
I'm just going to do database and see what pops up.
Okay. Intro 1. There it is. 86.
1986.
Hello from the past. I was not born yet.
I was 3.
I was not even thought about
I
yet.
I was almost 3. All right. So, We get to read file 100, right?
Yes. If you scroll down. Oh my gosh, Cat.
Cool.
Okay. Incident description. On September 2nd at 1:17 a.m. in the Bel-Air Hotel at 14th Street, there was an argument between Jennifer Wolfe and Josh Morgan, Robert Teller's bodyguard. In effect, Jennifer Wolfe was shot. The incident took place on the 10th floor at the door of room 1003. Weapon and bullet shells were secured as evidence on the crime scene. They were handed to LAPD laboratory for analysis. Upon arriving at the crime scene, the police officers found a white woman with a gunshot wound lying on her back near room 1003 and a man identified as Josh Morgan in the hotel room. They found and identified Senator Robert Teller as well as his running mate Chris Joy. Everyone was sober. An ambulance was called. The woman died due to blood loss on her way to the hospital. Room 1007, bottles, drinking glasses, and Deprax pill bottle in the bathroom. Oh my gosh, she's killing me. Her hair. Was secured. The room was messy. Glasses, bottles, pizza boxes, gift packages, and a trash bin. In the bathroom, a triangle drawn with golden lipstick on the mirror. Sequence of numbers 15, 11, 32. That's going to be important. That's a safe thing if I've ever heard one.
Yes, Josh Morgan was the bodyguard, and Chris Joy, Joy, is the running mate of Robert Teller.
Also, where can I get golden lipstick? Maybe it's a brand. No, because it's... I want to know where I can get golden lipstick because I want it. Will wear to Gen Con. Okay.
It says it was September 2nd at 1:17 a.m.
Yes. Room 1003. Bullet stuck in the door frame secured. Fingerprints lifted. Collected information. 2 girls had been partying all night in room 1007. After 1 a.m., one of them left the room and got into an argument with the senator's security. Josh Morgan, after taking a shot, provided first aid, trying to stop the blood loss. Hotel security arrived at the scene. The police and ambulance were called. The wounded girl was taken to the hospital 15 minutes later, but died on her way there due to severe blood loss. The fingerprints were taken and she was identified as Jennifer Wolfe, 23. Why was this girl on the same floor as the politician? Political assassination? Next to Jennifer Wolfe, there was a .45 caliber handgun. Josh Morgan testified that it was he who took a shot at Jennifer Wolfe after warning her twice to put her gun down. Morgan testified that the woman took a shot at Teller and that was when he fired. How did she acquire a gun? Testimony of Josh Morgan. Mr. Teller had arranged with the hotel to make him a quiet guest, walked through the back door, didn't want to be recognized. Morgan was in the corridor whenever he saw a girl walking out of the other room. He asked her to use the stairs because Mr. Teller was supposed to use the elevator to get to the unofficial meeting. A moment later, Mr. Teller is at the door. Jennifer walks towards the staircase, but suddenly she turns back. She pulls a gun out of her purse and aims at Mr. Teller. Morgan warns her twice. She fires at the wall right next to the senator. Morgan shoots her. Besides that, he doesn't remember anything else in particular. He didn't see anyone else except the other girl who walked down to the hotel lobby several times and the fast cargo pizza delivery guy about half an hour before the incident.
Wait a minute. Why was the senator going to a meeting at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Well, they said that was one of the things was they were doing a secret meeting to...
But even still, at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Well, no, I agree. Yo, I'm gonna do something real dumb right now, but it's real cute, so I'm taking a selfie with the kitty. because I can't right now. That's going on the cute cats. Cute animals. Because it's real cute right now. Y'all. Beeb. There you go. Cute cat. Alright. She's being real cute right now. This is where she chose to lay. I only moved her once when she was attacking the ribbon. So. Notes. Interview the hotel manager. Why tell her known senator was on the same floor with some random chicks? That's the most. It's pretty 80s right there. Chief of Hotel Security. Will he confirm Josh Morgan's version of the events? Most important, who the hell is that other girl? Where is she? Teller's campaign. Check for potential enemies. Was this girl political activist? Motive. Gun. Where did she get it from? Was it in her purse? Witnesses. Hotel's guest list. Send Clarkson. Let him interview everyone. Hotel's workers. Harris. Tell him to interview everyone who worked at the hotel that night. Send Ortega with him. She speaks Spanish. Harris won't understand a damn word while questioning the cleaners. Why else? Why? Motive. Further leads. Okay. New things for me to write down. Okay. All right. Analysis of collected evidence. Number 102 at the lab. Autopsy of, I'm going to just call her Jen Wolf. Hopefully she won't mind.
She's dead, so.
Lab. Appointment with Robert Teller. Say 104 maybe?
Yes.
Okay, because she's attacking the screen.
She's attacking the mouse.
Listen, I highly recommend not doing that because our cats, Knox attacked the TV for like months afterwards.
Okay. Well, you know what I think we should do?
Exhume the body.
Dig up the body.
Jeez.
So I think that there is definitely something to talking to the guy.
To Robert Teller?
Yeah. But I also do want to go to the lab and get the stuff.
Well, we can visit the crime scene. We also, that's the only other thing is because we just did read the file 100. That's what this is. So we can visit the crime scene downtown.
Downtown. I mean, we're at the police station, so we could try to talk to Teller first, since we're already here, and then go to the lab and do the other two things.
We could. That's a good idea. We're already at the police station, so we might as well do that. So let's
bring this bastard in.
104.
I don't trust him.
We don't know if he's.
He's a bastard.
We don't know that.
Why is that one circled?
Are they all circled?
No.
Mm-hmm. You slam the phone down in frustration over an hour of calls with Robert Teller's staff and no success in scheduling a meeting with him. This is 2 hours, by the way. I also forgot how much I hated clocks like these. Different iterations of the same message. Mr. Teller was already questioned by the police and told them everything he knows. He will, of course, eagerly meet with Mr. Jenkins if there are any additional questions, but the campaign is in full swing and his schedule is quite full. The earliest he'd be able to meet is next week. You clear your schedule. There was a murder. Fuming, you march to your boss's office. Bradley is, of course, furious as well. He throws the papers he was reading onto his desk and yells profanities so loudly the windows of his office start shaking. I get to list some profanities. Motherfucker! When it came to filing forms at the police department begging for protection, he had all the time in the world. When he received threats in the mail, his damn assistant was calling my office for half the day. Now that we need something from him, all of a sudden he's got no time. All right, let me try and pull some strings, he says as he picks up the phone and makes a few quick calls. Eventually, he hangs up the phone, grabs a cigarette from his pack, and lights it. Nothing. I'm not able to get anywhere near Teller. We can talk to his running mate Chris Joy or Josh Morgan, the bodyguard that was involved. That's the best we can get. We can spend a...
Oh, wait, we get one of those and I didn't put out there.
Yeah, you didn't put it out here. Yeah, I knew that we did, because that was one of the reasons why I took him. We can spend one to get the transcript of Teller's questioning. Or we can hold off, because we do have that ability to use it to do it later if we don't think it's super important right now.
I mean, I think we should just do it now because
I
those
agree.
are wasting...
I agree. All right. Boom. You're not happy about the additional work, but what can you do? Maybe the additional hour of digging will lead to something. Sighing heavily, you sit behind your desk with a fresh notebook, a cup of coffee, and a file. I should have brought myself up a cup of coffee. Dang it. Read the file 104. What is this? Can I bring down the camera just a tad?
What?
I ask as I'm consistently sitting behind my name. I can do it. Is that okay?
Sure.
That's much better. But now, I mean, I
Is that
understand.
going to mess up with this? No, it's good enough.
I understand why you had us that low because now we're kind of in front of the screen.
Well,
but...
this only it looks like they actually did this to be like the old school. Like I actually stretched out this image because I wanted to make it for like the 1280.
Yeah.
But it looks like they actually made it so it's actually could fit into a square monitor.
So, see, we'll be good. So we read file 104. Oh, you already did it. Okay. Interrogation Officer Adam Jenkins. Date 9/3/1986. Senator, what do you remember from last night? Any details? Please forgive me, but I'm still in shock. Despite the fact that we're being threatened all the time, I didn't suspect that something as extreme as this would happen right before the election. However, we don't underestimate any danger. So Chris reported it to the police, and we filled out all of the necessary paperwork. Luckily, we decided to hire people from Protect and Serve. Do you have any idea who might have wanted to attack you? That girl was under the influence of alcohol. The thing said that no, everybody was sober.
No, everyone in his room is sober.
Everybody in his room was sober, okay. I don't believe this was a planned attack, more like a series of very unfortunate events. What preceded this incident? Well, we were getting ready to leave because we had a scheduled meeting in another hotel. That's when we heard a noise outside. Chris opened the door to our room and investigated. He told me that I could come out because everything was under control. I got closer and confirmed what he said. The problem seemed to be dealt with. That's when Morgan said something like, "Mr. Teller, please go back in the room." And something went wrong. The girl turned around and pulled out a gun. The next thing I remember is an exchange of fire. Fortunately, both Chris and I came out of this unharmed. So you don't believe the threats to your campaign... So you don't believe the threats your campaign has been receiving. Politicians are always condemned, be it the newspapers or private correspondence. And we Democrats have it even worse after Mondale lost to Reagan. I try not to worry about such things. My running mate deals with those issues and keeps an eye on everything. Now please excuse me, but I have other meetings to attend today. Also, my pencil is sneaky.
I wonder if I can do this. Nope.
That is not what I have.
Oh, there.
Oh. That's a little better.
Yeah.
So, we did get some stuff here.
I think now we do need to talk to Chris, his running mate.
Okay, well, we can question Josh Morgan in the suburbs, or we can question Chris Joy downtown.
Downtown. No,
Downtown!
let's go to the lab and get the autopsy and all that kind of stuff.
Go to the lab. Okay, so if we're going to the lab, it's going to take us an hour to get there.
Yep.
I feel like it would actually probably take us a little longer in LA. I feel like they're giving us some...
Yeah, it's probably right next door. It's probably takes an hour.
Okay, so that is...
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the autopsy?
Yeah, let's do the autopsy first, because I think there's drugs in her system.
Okay, that's 103. You think there... No, it's this.
Oh.
Laboratory. 3 hours. Whew, buddy. You wander down the long hall of the forensics lab, looking past the glass walls, into the rooms of laboratory technicians bent over their work. You're searching for a familiar face when you spot Klaus coming down the hallway.
Ah, good old Klaus.
Good old Klaus. He's an old friend who's worked with the medical examiner's office for many years. You wave to him as you approach. You have a body here, you say. Jennifer Wolfe, white female, 23 years old. A gunshot wound near her collarbone. You think I know every corpse that wanders in here? Give me the papers, I'll find her for you. I don't have any papers. What do you mean you don't have any papers? Is the body not part of your investigation? Officially, the case is being led by Jenkins. Are you kidding me? You want me to... Yes, you interrupt him. I would like to see the report. You know, next year we're planning on introducing a computer system into the lab. We're in the middle of negotiations with IBM. What are you going to do when you can't smart talk a machine? Maybe I'll retire. Klaus looks at you with a slight look of dismay, but finally relents. Go wait in my office, and I'll see what I can do. Okay, so we read the file 103, but we can also discuss this report with Klaus.
Okay. Well, let's read the file first.
Look at her little crossed paws. I'm sorry. That's adorable. I also like that you can see her little face at the very bottom of the screen. Okay. Conducted by Jonathan Lewson. Police files. LAPD 23 9286. Investigation Officer Adam Jenkins, LAPD Homicide Division. Basic information. The subject of the autopsy is Jennifer Wolfe, white female, 23, 5'7", 148 pounds, no distinguishing marks. We knew all that already. We'll add that to the match here in just a minute. The victim was shot with a .355 caliber handgun. The bullet penetrated the right collarbone, tearing the artery, causing severe blood loss, and, in consequence, death. During the autopsy, the bullet was taken out of the wound and secured. Significant amounts of alcohol and drugs, benzodiazepine, were found in the victim's blood. Precise identification of these substances requires further blood analysis. Preliminary analysis reveals that these are not commonly available substances. During the events leading to the victim's death, she was under a strong influence of alcohol and unknown drugs. The direct cause of death was blood loss after a shot near the collarbone. Evidence of blood staunching and first aid attempts were noticed on the victim's body.
All right, well, we're going to Google this. Okay. So.
I'm very distracted by the cat tonight. Valium and Xanax. Cool.
So, they're psychoactive drugs.
Tranks.
Yeah.
Tranquilizers. They calm you down.
Which, depending on how much was in her system, she might not have been much of a fight when it came to... Yeah.
It seems odd that she would even be putting up a fight if she had that in her system.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to add this to match. Which we already had. That was her fingerprints.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, do we want to talk to him about the report?
I think we should.
Okay. Talk to us, Klaus.
You hand the report back to Klaus. We get extra stuff. So, what are your thoughts? The drug we found in her blood is something special. Clara, who did the test, said that she wasn't able to properly identify the substance. We need to push for further analysis. What's clear is that it isn't something you'd be able to just buy on any old street corner. There's something new on the streets? Clearly. I'd ask Scott Hoffman's team about it. The guys in the narcotics division should be up to date on all of this. There may be a new chemist in town. I've got cat hair in my lipstick.
It's one of those random uses.
Okay, so we can spend a token from the token pool to request further testing of the narcotic found in the victim's blood. We can also consult Scott Hoffman from the narcotics division. Both are at the police station.
Well, I think we definitely need to have her blood tested. Because I think that we're going to find that she was not... I don't think that she was able to put up a fight.
I don't think she was either. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for her if she was on that.
And especially if she's there for a party. Why all the other stuff?
I don't know.
So, do we want to do the other thing we can do here first?
That is the analysis of collected evidence. There's a good chance that's going to put us over.
That's fine.
Into.
But we're already here, so I would say let's do it.
Yeah, I'd say let's do it now.
Because my guess is gonna be 2 hours. Hopefully not 3 hours again. So which one? What's this number?
102.
102.
102. DK thinks she was drugged after.
I don't think she was drugged post-mortem. I think somebody slipped something in her drink. I think her friend was an accomplice to something else, drugged her, and... Nope, 3 hours.
Oof.
So we're going to get 1,
2, 3. Alright, the laboratory is particularly busy today. You wait in line for a few minutes and eventually get to the reception to ask if the forensics report from the shooting at the Bel-Air Hotel is ready yet. You find out the report is indeed ready, but your name is not listed on the register of personnel involved in the investigation. You do not have access. You smile and politely thank the staff. You then immediately head to the East Wing where your friend Megan, that's me, that's my name. Megan Dorn is working. She sees you but is busy at the moment, so you sit outside her office for about 20 minutes reading the paper. Eventually, Megan invites you inside. You explain the situation, she shakes her head in response, but is won over in the end. She tells you to wait, then leaves her office. After another half hour of waiting, you take a look outside of the room. Megan is standing at the back of the corridor near the photocopier talking to a colleague. Finally, she returns. One day this is going to get me fired, she says with a resigned voice, but hands you the report. We read file 102, and we can also discuss the report with her. Oh my God, why are you so cute? Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. Analysis report. The following fingerprints were lifted at the crime scene from rooms 1007 and 1003, taken from the weapons secured at the crime scene and several surfaces in room 1007, i.e. glass of champagne, piece of glass, bathroom walls, pill bottle. Fingerprints 2, both sides of the door handle, bottle of champagne, and pill bottle. Taken from the door handle to room 1003, taken from several surfaces in 1003. Several objects. Oh gosh. Weapons and ammunition. Gun, bullet, and the bullet shells from the secured weapon. Shell. John Morgan, a Glock. Pill powder labeled as Deprax was secured from the bathroom. Analysis of pills chemical composition reveals it is a strong antidepressant and anti-anxiety drug consisting mostly of benzodiazepine. Further research and analysis needs to be conducted. 2 traces of fingerprints were lifted from the pill bottle. The bottle and cap are authentic. The new label with the name Deprax has been glued upon the old one. The original label refers to Mindurex 836X86, 83786, whatever. This substance isn't listed in the registers of Food and Drug Administration.
Okay, we have all kinds of things to add.
Oh, God. Oh, look. There's the golden lipstick. How are we supposed to look that up? They want us to do like a
Image lookup?
image lookup? How are we supposed to look that up?
Golden Triangle 15, 11, 32.
I guess.
I mean, I'm going to Google that and see what comes up.
Okay, well, things are coming up.
What was it? 15?
11:32. Shock. Parable of the prodigal?
Prodigal Son.
Prodigal? Okay, it is prodigal.
Mm-hmm.
Geometry problems. Also known as the parable of two brothers, lost son, loving father, or forgiving father, is one of the parables of Jesus in the Bible. Appears in Luke 15:11-32. Jesus shares with his disciples, the Pharisees, and others.
Maybe the daughter. Maybe it's a family thing.
Maybe.
Some type of, maybe like a love triangle.
Well, I think it is referring to the parable itself is the golden triangle.
All right, I'm gonna start adding things.
This is gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
Database.
I just go file 102 or 10.
It was
102.
102.
Okay, so it's a match.
Okay, it's a match to Jennifer Wolf.
So number 1 is Jennifer Wolf.
Okay.
Do you want to
Mark that down.
Yeah, write down which one's a match for which?
Yeah. Okay, we learned that this is in reference to the parable. Luke 15, 11-32. Okay. Fingerprints 1 is Jennifer. Okay.
Okay. Fingerprints for number 2. Now this is also stuff that's in the hotel room, so this may be the other female.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll add it.
Yeah. So fingerprints 2 would be the other.
Well, I would just say fingerprint 2 is from the room, but yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be the female.
Female, yeah. So both of these are
Room 107.
room 1007.
All right, taking from the door handle.
Okay, and this is room 1003.
Okay.
3.
So that is not Josh Morgan.
Okay, no, that is the fingerprints of Josh Morgan.
Oh, okay.
So that's Josh Morgan.
Number 4, this is more stuff in 103, so it's going to be either the senator or the running mate, Chris.
4, okay. Chris Joy. Fingerprints 5 is Robert Teller. Okay. DK says one son takes his half of the fortune and goes out and spends it all, while the other stays and helps on the farm. When the first son returns poor, he is embraced just as much as the other. Okay, I feel like that's definitely going to be important. Alright, what was this?
So this is the gun that was secured. And it has a different fingerprint on it.
No, I can't see. The cat is sitting right in front
Alright, Lynx, you gotta move, sweetie.
she's
No, you're right. You're right, DK. I remember the story well.
Okay, well, you could have elaborated. I didn't know it.
Oh. She's literally just sitting in front of the TV.
She's watching the,
Okay. Secured gun that Jennifer Wolf used during the shooting. But it doesn't... Secured pills from bathroom of 107. Oh, okay, never mind. This is this material stuff. Never mind. Okay. So... And the last thing is going to be...
Okay, so that was the gun. I don't feel like I need to actually write these down. Fingerprints on Jennifer's gun.
So it matches. So
Jennifer Wolf did have the gun, did shoot the gun, or at least had the gun.
Well, her fingerprints are on the gun.
Yeah.
Did I get that? I think I got the last thing in there already.
I think that was the first thing you did.
Yeah, I did this one first, and then
no,
I did that one. I've not
oh yeah, you
did
did do the shell.
I need to do this one.
Yeah. Gun shell from. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I think that's everything we can do here. Now, my question is, do we want to
discuss it further with Megan?
Yeah. We have it. We have this thing we use, but we're running out of these very quickly.
Do you want to hold on to it?
Because we can always do it later, because you have that ability.
Because we have him.
All right, let's hold on to it. We did all that one, right? No, we haven't done that.
We haven't done the further leads on this one.
Okay.
So we're going to put this here. Well, we'll put this over here.
But we did this one.
No. We did this, but we haven't done any of these.
Okay. All right, so end of the first day?
Yes. End of first day. So we're back at the
police station. We're supposed to read 107 or 107.
107. The station is busy when you arrive in the morning. You throw your jacket on the chair, place your hot cup of coffee on the desk, and immediately call Jenkins to ask if he has any updates. He is not in a good mood.
Say Decatur.
Shock. Bye, Decatur. Ooh.
Do we say hi to Meta?
I did.
Hi, Meta. Tackle hug you.
I don't know if you did. Whoa, that was not a tackle hug.
It was with my elbow.
Wow. And you wonder why she likes you the least.
No, I don't wonder. I know why people don't like me, so it's fine. That's not a question.
You hang up and head straight to Bradley's office. Oh, wait, hang on. He's not in a good mood. He answers that he doesn't give a damn, that he handed the report to Bradley this morning and that the case is now closed. You hang up and head straight to Bradley's office. You knock upon hearing a gruff, "Come in, go inside." Bradley does not look happy. He throws Jenkins' report in your direction. "Sir, is it not too early? The body barely had time to cool and we're already closing the case. Could you at least give us at least 2 more days out of some sense of decency, if nothing else?" "Piss off. The call came from the higher-ups. The case is closed. End of story. But give me a break. I've already had an argument with Jenkins this morning about this. He threatened to leave if I didn't let him do his job. The campaign is underway and Chris Joy made some calls, forcing a quick end to the investigation. Drunk girl, unfortunate incident, the end." But this wasn't just an unfortunate incident. There was something more going on here. I was instructed to officially close the case, so I closed it. Also, officially. He pauses, putting out his cigarette on an ashtray and then looking up at you. As of today, you're on vacation. You have a free hand to spend your time as you wish. That is all. Going under the radar. Bye, Decatur. The team may remove up to 2 stress from the token pool. Just kept going, man. Read file 100B.
100B?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
At file at 100B. Okay, well, I'm glad that we went and got the evidence and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
On September 2nd, 1:17 a.m. in the Bel-Air Hotel, 14th Street, there was a brawl between Jennifer Wolfe and Josh Morgan, Robert Teller's bodyguard. In effect, Jennifer Wolfe was shot. The incident took place on the 10th floor in the room at the door of room 1003. After receiving a report, Penal Code 245, assault with a deadly weapon, police officers Stephen Robs and David Holey set off to the Bel-Air Hotel. Upon arriving at the crime scene, they saw an unconscious white woman with a gunshot wound and a man identified as Josh Morgan, an employee of Protect and Serve, a licensed security company. In the hotel room, they identified Senator Robert Teller with his running mate and his right-hand man, Chris Joy. Everyone at the scene was sober. In the corridor next to the room 1003, a white woman about 20 years old laid on her back with a gunshot wound. Josh Morgan testified he hadn't touched her weapon. He'd only tried to stop the bleeding. The ambulance arrived 15 minutes after being called, and took the injured woman. She died due to severe blood loss on the way to the hospital. The fingerprints were taken, and she was identified as Jennifer Wolfe, 23. Next to Jennifer Wolfe, they laid M1911A1 gun, 2 shells, one of a .45 caliber and the other of a .355 caliber from the gun registered to Josh Morgan, were secured. The bodyguard testified that it was he who had shot Jennifer Wolfe, after warning her twice to put her weapon down. He also said that the woman had taken a shot at Teller, and that was when Morgan, had fired. Jennifer Wolfe is the daughter of Tom Wolfe, retired CIA employee. Jennifer Wolfe had been in a room with a second girl who is still not identified. Jennifer Wolfe was under the influence of drugs. Check if Hoffman knows something. Half an hour before the incident, there was a pizza delivery person, unidentified. Prepared the composite sketch. Testimony. Jennifer Wolfe was provoking the bodyguard who was watching over the room of Senator Robert Teller. After an argument, she noticed the senator standing at the door, pulled a gun out of her purse, and shot at the senator. Josh Morgan shot her, aiming at the collarbone in order to subdue the woman. I feel like you aim at the collarbone to subdue someone.
Yeah, we don't know who Hoffman is.
In order to subdue the woman, Josh Morgan, after ensuring the safety of his client, provided first aid for the victim. You keep scrolling down. Testimony from Robert Teller. He has been receiving a series of threats for a few weeks now. Due to the upcoming election, the aggression towards him has grown. He reported the problem to the police and applied for police security, but with no response. He hired personal security. He was working in a Bel-Air Hotel room late into the night when he heard a brawl. He walked out to the corridor to see what was going on. He spotted a drunk, aggressive girl. When she saw Teller, she pulled out a gun and fired in his direction. Didn't they say that he was... Josh Morgan originally said that he told the girl that she had to take the stairs because Teller was going to be coming up the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, Teller was in the room.
No.
Because one of them says he was walking to the room when she turned around and shot at him.
Yeah, she was walking away from the room, not a brawl.
Yeah, and then this is very wrong. He spotted a drunk, aggressive girl. When she saw Teller, she pulled out a gun and fired in his direction. The girl, under the influence of alcohol, drugs, and strong political views, made an attempt on Senator Robert Teller's life. The senator bodyguard shot her to protect his client. Handwritten note attached with the folder. Alright, so talked to Scott Hoffman from... Here, what should I write? I feel like I should write this down. Talk to Scott Hoffman. Okay, Scott Hoffman is from the Narcotics Division. He's down here.
Yes.
Hotel manager. Jennifer's father, CIA. Why did they kick him out?
How did they know he was kicked out? But that's why his file is secured.
Pizza delivery guy. Fast cargo. Check. Find Crystal.
Who's Crystal? My guess is that's the mystery woman.
Yeah. Okay, so annexed. Oh, gosh. Hey! We did both of those things already.
So we had a total of 5.
Yeah. Cool.
5.
Yeah, we already did file 102 and 103. Okay. We do need to read file 100C.
Okay.
It's a composite, but we have further leads down at the bottom.
Well, we have 122 right there, so we already
Yeah,
have
we have
this
122.
one. Talk to Bradley about Tom Wolfe.
Okay, so visit Fast Cargo. That's number 110, downtown.
Downtown.
Downtown. And we talk with Bradley about Tom. That's number 118 at the police station.
All right. Should we look at the composite sketch?
Yeah. 100C. Oh, who is this? Is this the
pizza delivery guy? Yeah. Something tells me that that's not a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
Something tells me
He looks very... I don't like how they made him look so menacing.
It's because he's looking up. It's that...
It's very like...
I think that when we question Chris, that's going to look a lot like Chris Joy.
It's going to look like Chris Joy.
That's my thought.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So, what do we want to do first?
Well, let's see. So, what are our options here?
Well, we can spend...
We've done this now, right?
Yes, there's nothing on the back.
Okay.
That's done. Wait, don't do that.
What? Oh, because we haven't done that.
Because we still have the opportunity to do this.
Do we want to do that now? Because it only costs us one of these to do it, or do we want to keep saving that for right now? Can I guess?
No. I love you, and you're being very sweet, but you're also being a little annoying tonight. I need you to lay right here. I need you to be happy with this right here. Can you do that? Okay.
All right. Well, we can consult with the narcotics division because he's here in the station.
Yeah. We can spend one for the token pool to request further testing of the narcotic. We can question Josh Morgan and Chris Joy.
I think we should do both of these since they're both here.
Yeah, I do too. We also can talk to... Oh, we did this. We did Robert. We also can talk to Bradley about Tom Wolfe.
So let's do those 3 things since we're here.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend one of these since we have a shit ton right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to do 113.
113 at the police station. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you. That's 2 hours. You're sitting at your desk, phone sandwiched between the sides of your face and your shoulder. You're asking Frank, who works with the substance analysis, about the results of the testing. You're flipping through the packet of faxes he sent to you that is sitting on your lap, not understanding a thing. Frank, in human language, please, what did she take? What is this drug? It's a mix of some strong psychotropics. Psychotropics? Mostly benzodiazepines. But it also contains trace amounts of... This just shouldn't be allowed. Scopolamine? And amobarbital. This is not at all what the label on the bottle says it was. So what is it? I have no clue. I need more time. Okay, but do you have any idea what it might be? Does it remind you of anything? The composition reminds me a bit of some old government research from years ago. Frank stops talking. You can tell he's racking his brain for some old information. In 1975, the Rockefeller Commission. Does that tell you anything? No, it doesn't. Listen, I think you'd be better off closing this investigation. Don't go digging into this stuff. Frank, we need to know more. This is important. All right, I need a few days, though. Give me a call next week.
Okay, so let's look some stuff up.
Let's look scopolamine. Scopolamine.
Well, we already... medication used to treat motion sickness.
And possibly non-modest vomiting, which also sometimes be used before surgery to decrease saliva. Ooh, okay.
What's the other one?
Amobarbital. Amobarbital. I said it so correctly the first time. Amobarbital. There it is. Amobarbital. Drug is okay. It has a sedative hypnotic properties. Okay, so we have antidepressant, anti-anxiety mixed with anti-nausea mixed with sedative and hypnotic properties. There's no way that she would know what the heck was going on.
Yeah, she was out of it.
Like, there's no way.
And what was it? The Rockefeller what?
Rockefeller Commission. If you hear a balloon pop, it's links. United States President's Commission on CIA Activities within the United States. Can you click on one of them? The United States set up under President Gerald Ford in 1975 to investigate the activities of the CIA and other intelligence agencies within the United States. The commission was led by the Vice President Nelson Rockefeller and is sometimes referred to as the Rockefeller Commission. The commission was created in response to a December 1974 report in the New York Times that the CIA had conducted illegal domestic activities, including experiments on U.S. citizens during the 1960s. The commission issued a single report in 1975, touching upon certain CIA abuses, including mail opening and surveillance. Thank you. Of domestic dissident groups. It publicized Project MK-Ultra, a CIA mind control study. She was being mind controlled. It also studied issues relating to the John F. Kennedy assassination, specifically the head snap as seen in the Zapruder film, first shown on television in 1975, and the possible presence of E. Howard Hunt and Frank Sturgis in Dallas, Texas. A larger investigation, the Church Committee, was set up on the 27th of January 1975 by the U.S. Senate. The Ned Z Committee was created in the U.S. Congress on... She's on the...
Hey, Lynx, stop it.
She's over here now.
You're being so good.
She's gonna have to go. Because I don't want the dragons to get hurt. They've already been hurt once. February 19th, 1975, it was replaced by the Pike Committee. 5 months later, in 1975, the New York Times reported that unarmed staff sources within the Rockefeller Commission said that Sidney Gottlieb commanded the CIA's LSD experimentation program, LSD, was personally involved in the experiment that killed researcher Frank Olson, then destroyed the program's records in 1973. She ran out. This is some serious stuff, y'all. Serious stuff.
So we're looking at some type of mind control. Her father being part of the CIA, that tells me that he probably had something to do with this project.
Can I have some of those Doritos? At least I asked nicely. I could just be like, yo, give me the Doritos. I'm not asking for your Oreos this time.
No, because you had those yesterday.
I only had like 4.
All right.
Okay. We're learning so much.
Okay. So that was talking to Scott, right? 113? No, that was the analysis. Should we talk to Scott now?
Sure. Ding dong.
Oh. Meta.
$5 dono from Meta. We love you. That's $5 closer to a third toy.
Thank you.
A third game.
122, right?
Mm-hmm.
One hour.
Okay. It's this one, right? You approach Scott Hoffman's desk, throw the file and your notes on his desk, and explain that you need the Narcotics Division's help. You have a body with an unidentified substance in the blood, and you have a case that is starting to seem like much more than an escalated confrontation with a young woman that was drunk and high on drugs. Hoffman refutes there is anything new on the streets, though he does acknowledge that there are rumors of a new chemist in town. He looks through Jenkins' report asking, she did not run out.
I thought she did.
You are wrong. Where is she?
Then come here.
Oh, she's right here. Now she's gone. I really looked up at the pretzel rocks and definitely thought that said Chipotle. All I think about is food.
I like Chipotle.
Okay. Hoffman refuses. He looks through Jenkins' report and asking questions when suddenly something he reads makes him perk up. They had a courier from Fast Cargo? He lifts his head and points to the passage in the report. That's your lead. What do you mean? Fast Cargo is involved in drug dealing. We've been investigating them for years, but so far have only managed to catch the small fish. Do you recognize the names Adam Colton or Robert Bay? Bay we brought in a few weeks ago. We've been watching Colton for the past few months. His real name is Sergei Lachenko, a former KGB agent.
So we went from the Nazis to the Russians.
Well, I Office fans. Knock, knock. It's the KGB. The KGB waits for no one. You can join forces with my team and lead a joint investigation. So we can spend what would be a joker for us getting files relating to Fast Cargo.
I mean, do you want to do that?
I mean, we have this guy that we should have actually probably added to the pool last round.
Well, we didn't know that because we know we're going to be removed too. We're doing it.
Okay. You ask Hoffman for the file for fast cargo. Hoffman gives you a look that seems to say, do I look like I have nothing better to do? And slowly gets up from his desk. Wait, he says, and he goes to the next room over, which is full of cabinets and folders. He comes back after a few minutes and hands you a folder. Here's everything. There's not a lot, though. It's tough to get much on those guys, so we need to read file 122. Okay. Logistics company for transport from Asia cooperates with many bigger companies such as Maersk. It occupies several warehouses at West 1st Street and Central San Pedro, where it stores imported coffee. Any wooden products are stored in the headquarters warehouse. Signed contracts with several local businesses, pizzerias, delivery services, postal services, as well as moving and makeover companies. David Andrews, Michael's son. Company's main shareholder. Where is he? Robert Bass, suspected of drug dealing. We need strong evidence. Died on 8/12/86. Sergei Lachenko, ex-KGB. Strict observation. Warehouse observation. Examine the deliveries. Profits, mostly from coffee trading.
That felt like a waste.
Huh?
I felt like a little bit of a waste, but... Alright. I think Adam Colton is... No, Adam Colton's...
Adam Colton is Sergey. This says get more information on Robert Bay, but this says Robert Bay died, so I don't feel like we need to do that.
Yeah, but what if Bay didn't actually die? I mean, let's hold off on him, but let's get... I think getting more stuff on Sergey is important.
You also really need to go question Chris Joy.
Yes.
Or Josh Morgan. One of them.
But we're still at the police station, so we should do that one first. Mm-hmm. What?
Asking Bradley about Tom.
Okay. Do you want to do that one first?
Either one, but we also need to do this one.
All right. Well, let's ask Bradley about Tom.
Okay. It's 118.
1 hour.
That's good. We may want to do this ability. You knock on the door to Bradley's. Is it just me, or is there a lot more writing on these than there was in the other ones? I just feel like there's a lot of stuff to read. Just like a lot of stuff to read. Also, I do not like this blue.
Welcome to the computers back in the 80s.
I don't live in the 80s, so...
You weren't even alive in the 80s, were you?
No, I was not.
This actually is a better blue than the 80s that we had. Well, maybe this is just the screen's a better screen, but...
You knock on the door to Bradley's office and open it slowly. Sir, this matter is going in a strange direction. This Wolf guy. Bradley takes a deep breath and closes the folder of the files in front of him and leans back in his chair. I wondered if his past would somehow be connected to all of this. Bradley looks at you. We served together in Vietnam. He was always clever, knew how to make things go his way. In her first year of service, he joined some special branch, and a few weeks after that, they transported him to Laos? Laos? I only saw him again when we came back to the States. I found out he was working for the CIA. He had a beautiful daughter, more money than he knew what to do with, and a great life. Then he disappeared for a few years, traveled a lot, got divorced. I only saw him again in the late 70s when journalists dug into the secret war in Laos. Laos. There were purges within the CIA. Wolf was among numerous other agents that were fired, and he started working for some private companies. As a consultant? I don't know. He became associated with some shady characters. I at least know that he wasn't happy about it. But after being ejected from the CIA, he didn't have many other options. He stepped into the muck, and it slowly started to pull him under. So we can attempt to get access to Wolf's confidential file. I feel like we're definitely not going to get access, but... I know how you are, so. And his file? I don't think a drunk girl attempting to shoot a politician is enough reason for a CIA to grant us access to a file of an agent that has been locked tight for years. Why else would you at least give it a shot? Bradley tells you to give him half an hour to see what he can do. You head back to your desk and look over Jenkins' report one more time. After a few minutes, your phone rings. Yes, they faxed over everything that is unclassified. Come take a look. Read file 118. Golden triangle, golden triangle, golden triangle. Okay.
Of course, his fingerprints are.
Cover identity. Robert Bay.
Who's Robert Bay?
The one who died from the other agency, from the
pizzeria place?
Yeah.
It fits.
I'm good at this kind of stuff.
So what was the thing we were supposed to look up, though?
What do you mean, what thing we were supposed to look up?
The Golden Triangle or something. No, Secret War in Laos.
DKR Digit Force. Golden Triangle is the area of borders Thailand.
Well, that's the Golden Triangle.
Okay.
The Secret War in Laos is what I want to go about.
Okay. Secret War. Yeah. Bombers are part of the U.S. Secret War in Laos to support the Royal Lao government against the traffic along the Ho Chi Minh Trail. The bombings destroyed many villages to place hundreds of thousands of civilians during the 9-year period. So the Civil War was between communists and the royal government.
And it looks like the communists actually won. Okay. So what else do we have left? So we just did this. This is done.
Okay, so we have the Golden Triangle. Borders Thailand. So that makes sense as to why he would have that tattooed. It also makes sense why
His daughter
would have put it on the mirror. And then...
So what was the thing about Bay, though? I think we need to do that one.
Because we thought he was dead. But maybe he's not.
So we're going to do 112. We think Tom Wolfe is... We'll get to the bodyguard and everyone else in that thing. Right now we're digging into this girl's past because something's not making sense. 112? 2 hours.
Mike Cloverfield from the Narcotics Division lights a cigarette and motions his head to the side, indicating he wants to talk to you outside. You end up walking out to the parking lot behind the station. Shame about Bay. I brought him in multiple times, but he has always managed to get off without any convictions. But if you brought him in...
I want to see his picture. They're going to have a picture of him. Bet you looks like this guy.
But Tom Wolfe was supposed to be friends with So if they brought him in, wouldn't he have noticed that? I don't know. Bill thinks, But he wasn't a murderer, just a trickster. He was tired of it all. When I had him in custody last year, I could see it. That he wanted out. Maybe he felt the end was coming, subconsciously. The whole situation at the port didn't go well for him. We received an anonymous tip that there would be a big transaction going down and that De Silva would be there. In reality, none of that happened. When we got there at 10 in the morning, Bay was doing a deal with some petty punks. This was strange in and of itself, since Bay typically wasn't involved with some small-time deals. In any case, when he spotted one of our guys, he jumped into his car and tried to get away. Driving like a maniac in a port is not a great idea. Luckily, nobody got hurt, besides Bay, that is. He drove behind one of the cargo stacks near the water and lost control. The car crashed into a barrier and went over. We were able to fish out the mangled vehicle of the water eventually, but the doors busted open during the collision. So Bay's body must have drifted out and been carried off by the currents. We still haven't found it.
Nope.
That's absolutely not what happened.
What is it?
Robert Bay.
So, everyone, remember this face.
Remember the face! Boom. So good. We're so good. I'm so good. Gotta catch those little things.
Yeah, I'm 98% sure that's the same guy.
Ay. Small tattoo on the right hand depicting a golden triangle. Add that to the match.
But I thought he had it on his
I thought it was on his forearm, so we do need to go back and check that. Either way. Wait, hang on. If you can also go back to Robert Bay. Oh, you can click on it right there. Cool. I think Derek's aunt just got a new car.
Oh, you want to look at like the height, weight, and all that kind of stuff? Wait a minute. 5'12". Wouldn't that be 6 foot? Game's ruined. I quit. I can't do this game anymore.
5'12"?
They have his height listed as 5'12". Please tell me that hurts somebody else's brain besides my own. I feel like G would agree with me.
This is what causes Steven to quit.
I quit the stream. This is the last stream ever.
Okay, so Robert Bay. Robert Bay. 7/6/1938. I hate that I'm putting that in there, but I feel like it's important. Okay. And then small tattoo on the right hand. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm doing this for a second.
Okay. Steven just took a snip of the screen.
Go back to which file?
Oh shoot. Look at 118. This one.
118?
File 118, yeah. It's pretty, but I can't figure out what kind of card it is. Oh, I think it's another Equinox. That's the same person. That's the same person, just one has curly hair and one doesn't.
Yeah. They literally took this picture and...
Like, they flipped it.
They flipped the picture.
They flipped it and then photoshopped...
Hair.
No, they photoshopped this. Look at the line. There's a line.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
They were both, I mean, they're both photoshopped, but it's definitely the same person. Either that or they're twins.
This would not happen. That's some real 5'12" level Photoshop.
I hate you.
Okay, scroll down. 6 feet. 157 pounds. Oh, the other guy's weight is 156. He does say he has a forearm tattoo with the golden triangle. Oh, and he was born July 16th, 1938. Robert Bay was born July 6th, 1938. They're not doing a very good job covering this up. He is Robert Bay.
Huh? All right. Well, but that's the reason why I think they could be twins is the whole prodigal son story.
Hey, did you say twins and I just missed it?
Yeah.
When did you say twins?
A while ago.
When did you say twins?
Not that long ago, but I did say it.
He's Robert Bay. He's the same person. It's the same person.
Unless it's a twin.
It's the same person. His covered identity literally is RB.
I don't know. Twins. Let's dig up the body. Don't get fooled again.
I give up.
Wow.
Steven, you're on your own.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm only 5'12".
Okay.
Alright, we're doing... Okay, we're still at the police station. We just talked to Bradley about Tom.
Yes, we did this.
Tomorrow we're going downtown. We're
Downtown.
going to talk to Chris Joy and we're going to visit Fast Cargo.
It can't be the same person as one of them is 6 foot and the other is 5'12".
I hate you all. Stop it.
This is my favorite thing. Like, they could have even done like 5'11".
Yeah.
And it would have been like
5'11" and a half.
Yeah, it would have been like an okay, like, distinguishable thing. But to put 5'12".
Wait, where was the sketch of the guy?
Oh, here. It was 100C.
Remember this face. I don't think it was the same one, but...
I don't think it was either.
No. This guy doesn't have curly hair.
Okay. We still have 2 hours.
Yeah. So we still talk to... We've done both of these.
Oh, we did this.
So we've done both of these. This is done.
We have? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we said something that we might as well do this one since we're here. And then this card's done too.
Yeah, that one's done too. And then we have a couple things that we can do. We can visit the crime scene downtown.
Did we do 112? Yeah, we did 112.
Yeah, we just did round 112.
So, 109.
$4'23" before his growth spurt.
Okay, listen, DK. You use the metric system, so...
All right, you're sitting around a conference table with Paul Anderson of the Narcotics Division. Anderson brought with him all of the files and documentation relevant to Fast Cargo and Adam Colton. He bends over the table and starts talking.
Oh, wait, 2 hours? Okay, we're there.
Yeah, I already did it. There's a lot of information here. We've been pursuing these guys for quite some time, but they're careful and they're slick. A lot of this starts with an ex-CIA agent, Michael Andrews. He is the father of David Andrews. David is the boss of an organization called Hybrid. As you heard from Hoffman, Adam Colton is actually Sergei Lachenko, a former KGB agent. We suspect that that Robert Bay, who we almost managed to arrest a few weeks back, is another former CIA operative. You following?
Twins.
Okay. Basically, Hybrid is a band of cold, ruthless, well-organized bastards with a history of working in the Special Forces. They have many contacts in Asia from the Vietnam days, numerous operations, and sprawling criminal network. Okay, so this Hybrid organization is behind the fast cargo facade. In a way. Hybrid has a lab around here somewhere, with some chemists doing the work, though we have no idea where. Fast Cargo is responsible for the transportation. Oh, and here's Colton's file, he says, handing you a folder as thick with files. He's their main hitman. The guy's smart. Remember this face. The guy is smart. We arrested him numerous times, but we were never able to get anything concrete on him. Born in Vladivostok. Vladivostok? He ended up in Vietnam, where he joined with Andrews and made his way into the States.
So, everyone remember this face. They didn't even try on that one.
Didn't even try.
They're like, hey, here's a picture, draw this, okay.
I have a very stereotypical Russian accent in my head for this guy. Like, I'm not going to do it because I can't. But I very much can hear what this guy sounds like.
The only thing I can hear in my head is John Malkovich's character from Rounders, Kenny KGB. If you've never seen the show, if you've never seen the movie Rounders, it's a great movie with Matt Damon in it. And I think Edward Norton's in it too. Very, very good movie.
Edward Norton shows up in random things.
It's about poker, which I love.
You have plenty left in there. So I hand it back to you.
But yeah, if you've never seen Rounders, after the stream, find it, watch it. You'll love it. But
Yes.
Rocky.
I guess he always holds his head like that. Apparently.
I have a pizza for you.
It's a neck condition.
What's a very Russian food? You want extra vodka on your pizza? Vodka.
Vodka. It's vodka.
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 Hey, he's 5'11".
Vodka. Alright, he has scars on his chin. Alright, so add to match.
I will do that in a minute.
Okay. Detained multiple times.
He was not born in L.A.
No, he was not. Borscht. Detained multiple times due to cases investigated by Narcotics Division. He was never charged. Current employer is Fast Cargo, suspecting contract murder cases. We can visit Fast Cargo 110 downtown, but we already have that here.
This is the last of this, so this thing is done.
Yee.
Did we get? Yeah, we got files on Fast Cargo.
Yee.
Okay, so I'm gonna add this to match. So why was he at the hotel?
It's gonna match something. Oh, well, it didn't match actually what I thought I didn't think I thought it was gonna match something else, but it didn't. Okay, so we have his fingerprints.
So wait, so her dad was working with these people.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he was brainwashing his own daughter.
But maybe he wanted out, and this was a way for them to get back at him.
Maybe. I need to go turn off the heat because it is warm in here. Are you warm? I am warm today.
I'm actually not bad. My feetsies are actually cold, but I also have a blanket that I can use.
Okay, I'm gonna open the window and turn off the heat because I am very warm. Then again, I'm also wearing a thermal shirt.
You are indeed wearing a thermal. He's 5'11" in a 5'12" world. I just love how much it gets under Steven's skin.
This game is literally unplayable now. SoCal, I'm sorry if you're out there. We can no longer play this game.
Okay. so are we ending the day?
Well, yeah,
This will be the start of day 3. I should have brought up I wonder if Derek would bring up mine. Let's see if he'll be nice to me.
What?
Will you bring up a cup of decaf coffee and my Cadbury eggs? He's not feeling very well, so...
Okay.
Okay.
What is next? So we are in the new day.
We're on a new day.
It's a new dawn.
It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. That was the first song that I sang with a live band in a, jazz setting.
Do we want to just get the extra thing now, or do you want to wait till we actually need it?
I say... I say sure.
Okay.
He said he would after Survivor's over.
Now we'll wait because we can do that and then do it right when we need it.
Yeah, just in case, because we may not need it. We'll
Okay.
probably need it.
So, first stop. Do you want to talk to Chris Joy, or do you want to? I want to go fast cargo.
You want to go to? Or you're skipping talking to Chris Joy?
Well, we're gonna go here, so we gotta go.
We are going to downtown. We know that there are 3 things that we can do downtown. We can talk to Chris Joy, we can visit the crime scene, and we can visit Fast Cargo. And I honestly feel like we should do all 3.
All right.
Depending on where things take us. But you want to visit Fast Cargo first?
Yeah.
All right, so let's visit Fast Cargo then.
What's this one? 110.
110.
2 hours.
You park outside the offices of Fast Cargo and enter the building. At the reception desk, you show your badge and ask to speak with the person responsible for managing the drivers. The secretary asks you to wait a moment, and then disappears down the long corridor. She returns after a few minutes. Just a second. I forgot. Let's see. Just dump out the cup. Mr. Johansson will see you now. Is he the shift manager for the drivers? No. Mr. Johansson is in charge of operations at Fast Cargo. Please follow me. She says as she turns to lead you down the corridor. Apparently she's also a robot, so. The office you enter immediately makes an impression. There are luxurious leather armchairs arranged in front of a large, elegant desk made of deep, dark wood with a beautiful bound Bible containing gold trimming laying on it. Okay, so we're back to the
Prodigal son thing.
Prodigal son. As you enter, a man appearing to be in his late 50s stands up from behind the massive desk. He has a phony smile plastered on his face. Welcome! Please come in. Brandy? He asks, reaching for a crystal bottle on his desk. Crystal. No. Thank you. We wanted to speak with the person responsible for the drivers. He's busy. Johansson twists his face into a grimace as he pours some golden liquor into a glass. But I'll gladly help you. He presses a button on the phone sitting on his desk. Jessica, please ask Adam to come see me. He sits behind his desk and drinks the contents of the glass in one swig while staring at you with that unaltered smile. Creepy. Oh, that turned into a very different color.
That did.
Man, for those of you who can't see it, we went from this color, which you can't see very well.
Hold on. Wait, I'll make it zoom.
Okay, we went from this, normal color, and I turned it over, and as you can see, it's, bright green.
Well, actually, wait, we can do this. Hold on. We literally have this ability we haven't done it the whole time.
Oh, we haven't. There you go. It went from here to here. It's very, 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 took me a little bit back. Okay. A man looking to be in his mid-40s enters the room. He's tall, blonde, well-built, and has a scar on his chin. He's wearing a Fast Cargo uniform. It seems as though he was waiting outside the room. This is Adam Colton, one of our employees. He's the one who delivered the order from the pizzeria to the Bel-Air Hotel that unfortunate night. From what I know, Adam doesn't remember much about this delivery. I remember everything. Adam answers in a thick Russian accent. My thing still stands with him being the stereotypical, like, thick Russian accent.
Then do it.
No, because I can't. Is that so? Please tell us everything you remember, you ask. The order was 2 Hawaiian pizzas. I delivered it to the 10th floor, to room 1007. They paid in cash, says Colton. I have a very good memory, he adds with a stone face. You turn to see a slight smirk on Johansson's face. We really would like to be of more of assistance, but I'm afraid we don't know any more than that, he says, shrugging. If we learn something more, we will notify you immediately. The investigation is the most important thing, of course. So, make a decision now.
Okay.
Spend one of these. Wait until I finish reading the options. From the token bowl to have officers surveilling for Colton outside of Fast Cargo to determine his vehicle. If you do so, place a special token on the 8 a.m. space of the next day. When the time marker reaches the special token, read the police report from surveillance. File 1010. Don't concern yourself with Colton's vehicle. I mean, obviously we're doing it. We have so many of these tokens.
We have bazillion.
We have bazillion. Okay. All right, so we can find out more about Fast Cargo at the police station, but I think we already did that.
Which one is it?
108. I'm pretty sure we already did that. I guess
Yep.
we could actually look here. Yeah.
No.
I thought we already did that.
Not that I see. I'm just gonna see if it's in here. No, we have not. It's still in here.
Huh, but we looked at something that was for
Fast Cargo.
Fast Cargo. Get the file. Oh, here it is. Get the files relating to Fast Cargo.
Gotcha. We did that.
We did do that. It was file 122, which I feel like it might be the same thing.
Probably.
Or something very similar.
We already know. We already know
else.
that this Russian is involved, so.
Alright, so we did that. Okay, so we can find out more. Or we can question. Okay, so now we want to question Chris Joy.
Joy. Well, let's go visit the crime scene, and then we'll do Chris Joy.
We did this. Hi. Oh, okay. Thank you. You could have just. Thank you. All right. Bye. Go lay down.
All right, ready? Mm-hmm. So what are we doing? 101?
101.
3 hours?
Well, this is one of my favorite mugs. I got it from Disney World. I don't know if any of you have know a lot about Disney, but I feel like this is, we're in the 80s, but this was like way before the 80s. I don't know what's going on here, but I want to get it cleaned off. But I played Mickey, the Epic Mickey, when it came out for the Wii, and was really obsessed with it. I highly recommend it. It's a great game if you're really into Disney. But they reintroduced Oswald, the lucky rabbit. Oh, can you turn off the thing? This is Oswald. Oswald was actually Walt Disney's first character, but he lost the rights to him very early on, and they recently were able to get him back. But I got it at Disney a couple years ago because I really love Oswald. Okay. Okay. You've never been to the Bel-Air Hotel before. This is a place for celebrities, millionaires, and politicians. One night is almost a quarter of your salary. As you approach the reception desk, a young woman with curly blonde hair greets you. She introduces herself as Laura and asks how she may be of assistance. Hello, I'm with the LAPD, you say as you flash your badge. Laura smiles and nods courteously. Of course, please wait 1 minute. she says, and quickly turns away from the counter to disappear around the corner. A few minutes later, a well-dressed man in his 50s appears behind you. Appears and approaches you. Bernard Flint, I'm the manager of this hotel, he says as he shakes your hand. I presume you want to see the room. Follow me. Bernard leads you to the elevators. You arrive at the 10th floor, emerge from the elevator, and walk to the nearby room. This is 1003, outside of which the shots were fired. Right over there is room 1007, where Miss Wolfe was staying, he says. This entire floor is currently empty. It is not often that we book the rooms on this floor. Please let me know when you are done. I'll be waiting at the reception desk. So, we read 123 and 124. But we have to make a decision now.
No, we read those, then
read
make
those
the decision.
and then make the decision?
Yeah,
okay.
you do it in order.
Okay.
123 and 124.
Uh-huh. Okay, 1003 has been thoroughly cleaned by the politician's staff. Only the remnant of the ill-fated night's events is the bullet hole from Jennifer Wolfe's missed shot. It hit the door frame outside of the room. The bullet casing itself has been secured by the forensics team. Aside from that, there is nothing noteworthy about the room. Robert Teller's people deserve a medal. Room 1007 gives off the impression that someone left intending only to be gone for a moment, but never made it back. The smell of stale pizza lingers in the air. There is a champagne bottle on the glass table in the center of the room. You can see that fingerprints have been secured from it. There is clothing scattered on the sofa. A dress lies tossed over one edge and a sweatshirt next to it. It seems someone was changing. On the nearby dresser sits a technological trinket. The latest Marantz portable cassette player. Next to it is an empty cassette package for the artist Slayer. The album Hell Awaits. Reflexively, you press play, but nothing comes on. There's no tape inside. There's another cassette further away. Looks like a Madonna album. In the bathroom, there is an odd triangle drawn with gold lipstick on the mirror. Underneath the triangle, there are several numbers, 15, 11, and 32. Aside from that, there is nothing of interest in the bathroom. Back in the room, in the wastebasket, you find torn scraps of gift wrapping paper, a package for Madonna gloves, and 2 AA batteries. On the table, there's a small card with the hotel name and message pin. Have an incredible stay at the Bel-Air Hotel. Please let me know if you have any questions or any requests, Laura Palmer. It must have come with the room key. We can see if we can see anything else with one of these. Well, you managed to locate the source of the stale pizza smell. Under the table in the corner near the wall, you find 2 pizza boxes. They have the logo of Italiano Heaven Pizza on the front. Inside, you find sauce stains, scraps of leftover pizza, and a crumpled receipt. You open the other and find it empty and clean. You can take the boxes to the laboratory for further examination or visit the pizzeria. But we can question Laura Palmer and question hotel security as well. Okay, so those were the 2 that I had to read. So now we have to make a decision. We can add 1 stress to the token pool to explore the hotel and see if we can find any more information. And then, or we can not explore the hotel without, don't explore the hotel without permission.
We only have 1 day left. And we only have 1 stress.
Let's do it. I like that we're getting these are new. I like that we're getting options to like this. You head toward the stairwell at the end of the hall and hike down the first floor, passing a few hotel employees along the way. It looks like the right wing of the first floor of the hotel holds the administration offices. You head there and walk into the first office that you come across. A woman is sitting behind a desk, hunched over some paperwork. She looks up when you walk in. Yes? She asks, clearly a bit startled. I'm sorry, hotel guests are not allowed in here. LAPD, you say as you wave your badge in front of her face. I'm looking for the guest registry of all rooms for the night of September 1st. I cannot share that information without consent from the manager, she answers in a defensive tone. Mr. Flint personally sent me here, ma'am. I would not come here without his permission. The woman stares at you uncertainly for a moment. Yes, of course, she finally answers, rising from the desk and going to a filing cabinet. She opens the drawer labeled September and hands you a folder. Read File 101.
DK brings up a good point that drugs and guns fit very nicely in a pizza box, and the one pizza box was just clean.
That's true.
And honestly, 2 girls eating 2 whole pizzas. I mean, granted, I know my friends, and yes, you guys could.
Absolutely could.
But
I could eat a whole pizza by myself.
101.
Alright. Crystal.
Booked by Crystal.
Okay, so there's where we were trying to figure out the, who is Crystal.
None of these other names look familiar, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So, Crystal is the one that booked this room for Jennifer. Interesting though. Notice the date of booking. This was booked before Chris Joy booked his, but both of them were received by Flint. They're the only two ones that were received by Flint, and Crystal's was booked one day before.
Who's Flint?
Flint is the manager. So, yeah. So Flint is the only one that took the reservations, and the one by Crystal was made before the one by Joy. So maybe Joy has something to do with this. Joy or Flint are involved.
Joy. Oh, Chris Joy.
No, Flint is the manager.
I feel like Laura Palmer. It might be worth questioning Laura Palmer.
Why? Because she saw the two girls?
If she is a person who is typically working the front desk, she's going to have seen these people.
Well, and she gave them the keys.
Even if they were received by someone else, she would be the one.
But she's the one that wrote the note on the.
Yeah. So she would know who Crystal was.
Where do we have to do that? Is that downtown as well?
It's downtown as well, yeah.
We haven't talked to Chris Joy, and I feel like we need to talk to Chris Joy.
We can talk to Chris Joy tomorrow.
All right, you want to talk to Laura since we're here?
I feel like we need to figure out who Crystal is.
All right. So.
All right, so that's 1:15.
$2.
Upon hearing your request, the hotel manager leads you to an empty office and asks you to wait. You sit around the small coffee table in the center and sip on a coffee that the hotel staffer brought for you as you wait for Laura Palmer to arrive. You browse through an issue of Sports Illustrated that was sitting on the table with Ron Darling on the cover. Damn, those Mets are on fire this year. No way they'll go all the way, though. They'll choke soon enough. Eventually, the manager... I feel like that's probably funny if you actually, follow sports from...
They did choke.
From the 80s. They did choke? Okay. Eventually, the manager returns with Laura Palmer in tow. The manager says he'll be waiting at the reception and leaves you in privacy. I remember Monday night, Laura says. I was just starting my shift. The two girls, Jennifer Wolf and the other one who called herself Crystal, were getting out of the taxi that had just pulled up. They looked very well dressed, especially Crystal. She had a gorgeous small clutch purse. They came up to the reception desk and told me they had just finished dinner at an upscale restaurant up the road and decided to come here to continue partying in a suite. Crystal was the one who paid and took the key. She seemed to be the more sober of the two. Okay, so...
They decided, even though Crystal made this reservation ahead of time.
Yeah.
So Crystal's probably the one that drugged the girl.
Yeah. Well, hang on, because the murder happened when?
On the night of the 1st, or the 2nd.
The night of the 2nd?
No, the night of the 1st.
The morning of the 2nd?
Yeah. So, but Crystal had made this reservation far before then, so they decided to party. But we're supposed to read the questioning.
Uh-huh.
What was it?
1:15.
Is it question or questioning?
Questioning. You can check the reservation book. They both came at 7 p.m. Just a few minutes after, already in a good mood. Crystal was wearing a beautiful short dress, long gloves, boa. She looked like a real lady. She smoked a cigarette and a pipe, one after another. That Jennifer looked great as well. High heels and long blonde hair. Very young. She was wearing headphones and dancing all the time. Crystal paid for the room in cash. She said that her friend was celebrating a birthday that day and they were going to have some fun, so they went to their room. I didn't have contact with Jennifer since then. No, wait. She called once to order some drinks to the room, but that's all. But the second girl walked down to the lobby 2, maybe 3 times. She was ordering drinks, buying cigarettes. She also bought a bottle of champagne, one of those that we keep for special occasions. Around midnight, she left the elevator and told me that she ordered a pizza and asked me to let the delivery guy in when he arrives. No more than 1 hour later, a courier arrived and said he had a delivery for room 1007. He didn't look like an average pizza delivery guy. I mean, it wasn't some student with a part-time job, but an adult man. Tall, well-built, blonde. He spoke with a Russian accent. I called the girl to make sure it was him because he didn't have a pizzeria logo on his uniform. Instead, he had the logo of a company that offers postal services as well, Fast Cargo. I asked if I should take the pizza upstairs, but he said there's no need. He would bring it to Miss Crystal personally. His name was Adam. He had it written on his badge. We knew all this. Around 1 a.m., Mr. Flint, the manager, called to tell me there was an accident on the 10th floor. He told me to call the police, that was the floor where the girls had been partying, so I wanted to warn them not to leave the room. I called, but no one answered. A moment later, I learned that one of those girls had started the shooting, and the other one had just disappeared. Okay, so here's what I am noticing. Wearing a beautiful short dress, long gloves, and a boa. In the room, there was found the packaging for Madonna gloves, which are long gloves. Why were they in the room? She already had them on. Something isn't adding up.
Yeah.
Something isn't adding up. Also, something was scratched out here. So they checked in. Jen Wolf and Crystal. Right, does that say Crystal? I don't know what that says. It does say Jen Wolf, though.
Yeah, this is Crystal.
Okay. The courier arrives with pizza. Alex Mendez is scratched out. And then Crystal is... Is that bark in the...
It says Alex something. It doesn't.
Alex Mendez. It's right here. Identify Alex Mendez.
Gotcha. Okay, well that's the end of this day.
What are you thinking? What are we thinking?
Well, it's the first start of the next day, so we get to we observed his car.
We have to do something.
We have to read something, file something.
110.
Oh, well, yeah. So we've already done 110 though. We've read file 110.
Right. Observation. Adam Colton. Conclusions. Until 5 p.m., the suspect was in the building belonging to Fast Cargo Company. After leaving the building, he went to the parking lot and entered a brown Chevrolet sedan, vehicle registration plates 2GAT123. He drove straight toward the mansion at 44 Sun Drive, then joined someone in a beige Cadillac. He sat and talked with the driver for over 15 minutes, pointing at the house from time to time. The car was parked there before our arrival. His mansion is registered to Robert Bay. Next stop was near Palm Street, where the suspect sat inside the car for over 10 minutes. Nobody showed up. That's when Adam Colton decided to drive south toward the ocean. After 50 minutes, the car arrived at the port near San Pedro, where Colton entered one of the warehouses and met some young people. They talked briefly, and they must have noticed that they were being watched because all of a sudden Colton cut the meeting and disappeared. There was no sign of him in his car. Further observation of Adam Colton was impossible. So we can check Robert Bay's mansion at Sun Drive now. So, we have a lot of things that we can do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is done.
This is done. Unfortunately, a lot of things that we should do.
And we are in our last day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why did I move this? That goes here. This goes here.
Okay.
Actually, wait. No, too late. We should have done... I was like, we should have done that in case we wanted it.
Sure.
you want to say we did it? Because it doesn't cost us any time or anything.
Yes. So we can do it twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, because we haven't done anything that
I haven't done anything into the second day, so.
Okay. So, police station stuff. Anything here? We can do Alex Mendez.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to identify Alex Mendez, which I think we should. Because
Okay.
I think this is going to tell us who Crystal is.
Okay. We already did this one. I don't think questioning hotel security is going to get us anything.
I don't either.
But we could.
And then I think that we need to go question Chris Joy.
Oh, wait. Which one is this one? Oh, this is just 106.
This is just 106. Well, do we want to question Chris Joy or do we want to question Josh Morgan?
Chris Joy.
It would just be really, like, convenient if we went to Josh Morgan because it's in the suburbs.
2 hours.
You're rocking your office chair back and forth. You're close to primary witness, Alex Mendez, known as Crystal. She was there with Jennifer on the 10th floor of the Bel-Air Hotel. She knows exactly what happened, but how do you find her? You call your friend from the traffic division, Mark Baker, and explained what you're looking for. He promises to look into it. Maybe she got a recent ticket, or maybe someone from the neighborhood patrol knows of her. He promises to stay on top of it. I'll make some calls and look through our records, but you should also check the city to look into property records. I've heard some other departments get lucky when some idiot registers a property under their real name. You make the call and end up waiting almost 20 minutes to talk to the appropriate office. Eventually, an older woman on the other end says she can help. If this is very urgent, I can try to look through our records, but I can't promise anything. The registers here have many volumes. Please call back in an hour, maybe I'll have something. You call back an hour later. Yes, I was able to locate Miss Alexandra Mendez in our Register of Property Listings. She is listed at 240 Palm Street. The previous owner of the property was actually a company under the name of Fast Cargo. I do have their headquarters address here if you need it. A year and a half ago, they gifted the home to Miss Mendez. A photocopy of the paperwork is attached to the file. It is signed by David Andrews. Could you check if there are any more such gifts from the company? I was expecting that question, she says with pride in her voice. There's one similar transaction on record for an individual named Robert Bay, dated December 1975.
I mean, I think we're going to the suburbs. Yeah. You didn't write down the number for...
I did not, but I think it's this one. I think it's 111.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so going to the suburbs?
Seems so. So, are we going to question Josh Morgan?
I feel like the two we need to do...
Or are we going to go to Robert Bay's house?
I think Josh is actually just kind of an innocent bystander because his company has been listed.
See, I do too.
I think he just happened to be a fall guy, more or less. I think we go to Alex Mendez's house first.
Alex Mendez's? Okay.
Yes.
So that's 120.
We need to find Crystal.
Need to find Crystal.
127.
We're going to be going deep into overtime, aren't we?
No. Only 1 hour.
Well, that's good. You arrive... Ooh, I would live here. You arrive at the home of Alex Mendez. Though the house is large and very well kept, there's an older woman sitting on the lavish porch. You park, exit the car, and approach the woman and introduce yourself. It turns out this is Alex Mendez's mother. Aww. She's very surprised to see the police here, but she tells you her daughter moved away a while ago, but she doesn't know the exact address. Last time she saw her was about a month ago. She says her daughter bought this home with her savings and asked her to come by from time to time, tidy up, and freely spend some time here. Lady, she lied to you. Make a decision now. I can already see it in your eyes. Just hold off for a second. Spend 1 to assign surveillance to the property. If you do so, place... Oh, wait. Spend 1 to assign surveillance. If you do so, place a special token on the 8 a.m. space of the next day. But we don't have another day.
Nope. So we can't do that.
When the time marker reaches the placed special token, read the police report from the observation.
No, once it's over, we can't. So we can't do this.
I feel like we can't. Well, I would still want to see what it says. Assign surveillance is the one. On times where there are not many cameras on the street. will not be able to be placed with the time remaining in the case. Well, poo.
That's going to be one that you're going to want to look at after the case is over.
Yep. Sure is. Alright, we going to Robert Bay's? I feel like we're going to run into the same freaking thing, but...
Yeah, let's go to Robert Bay's.
It says that'll only take us an hour.
Yep. Robert Bay's, what is that, 111?
111. End of day.
2 hours.
Getting through town proves easy and you arrive at 44 Sun Drive. You pass the house twice, leaping around the block slowly. You then park 2 blocks away from the house. Experienced cop intuition sometimes flares up, and at this moment, something seems off. You get out of your car, light a cigarette, and slowly make your way towards the house. Do you hear a dog barking?
Yes, it's outside.
I don't usually hear a dog barking. Very confused. From a distance, you notice an old beige Cadillac parked across the street from the house. Inside, a very overweight man is reading the paper. You walk by the car slowly, covertly peering inside. The passenger seat holds at least 6 cups of coffee and multiple bags of McDonald's. The LA Daily News, which the man is reading with such focus, is 2 days old. You cross the street, hop up the 3 low steps on the house, knock on the door. No one answers. LAPD, open up. You shout at the door and knock again. Nothing. You look through the window next to the door, but not much is visible. You toss your cigarette butt off the porch, walk down the steps, and head back in the direction of your car. Something's not right here. What's going to happen when I flip this card over? Are we going to get ambushed? Are we going to get shot?
We die. Case over. We lose.
When you get far enough to be certain that the man in the car doesn't have you in his sights, you quickly turn down one of the side streets and head around to the property behind the house. You cross through the garden and soon are at the back door of 44 Sun Drive. You try the door and find it open. You push it open a bit and peek inside. On the wall in front of you hangs a picture of young Jennifer Wolfe hugging a man who must be her father, Tom. They're both smiling towards the camera. What the? You hear as you are met by the very same man, a startled Tom Wolfe. Told
Robert
you.
Bay.
Robert Bay. Read questioning 111. Just throw this over there.
Oh, we're back to the stress levels.
You sit down at the kitchen table. Wolf gives the impression of someone who hasn't slept for a few nights in a row. Pretty sure he skipped showering for a few days as well. He looks nasty.
Gross.
I mean, to be fair, his daughter just died.
Gross.
So, I'm gonna give him that. Who's Robert Bay, you ask, after he places a mug of cold coffee in front of you. I don't know the guy. Medium
Bullshit.
stress level.
It's you,
It's
bitch.
you! He answers, filling his glass with brandy. This house is registered in his name. Never heard that. Lies! Is it possible that Robert Bay has something to do with your daughter's death? I don't know. High stress level.
You did it.
Who's the fat guy in the car in front of the house? No idea. High stress level. Wolf, for fuck's sake, don't joke with me. I'm not joking with you. I'm just living here, drinking brandy. What do you want from me? Who are you working for? For no one. I got fired from one job in 75 and I left the other in August this year. I'm a free man now. What happened to the Bel-Air Hotel? My daughter was murdered there, he answers, emptying his glass and filling it with another round of brandy. She was shot dead in a gunfight that she started herself. Bullshit, he says, emptying a glass once again. Where did she get the gun? From you? Jennifer didn't have a gun. Low stress level. God damn it, Wolf, we're trying to help you. We want to find out who is behind all of this. David Andrews. Low stress level. Who? David Andrews, he repeats. He stands up, brandy in hand. He goes to the room. He takes a few sips straight from the bottle, opens the safe, and takes out a gray envelope. Here's everything. Be careful with this. Hybrid would like to know where that envelope is, he says, throwing it on the table. You can now close Jennifer's case. It is my business now. Read file 111. Oh, shit. No! What have we done? Oh my gosh! Okay. Letter dated 8/1/1977. Upon the request of authorized officer, I present the list of members. The mentioned officer was informed about confidentiality provisions. Holton. Birthday MK Ultra dismissed. I really thought that said talks. And I realize now that it's just like... I'm assuming that Tom Wolfe, Robert Bay...
Wait, why are there so many extra letters in Tom?
Don't know.
It's Tommy Wolfe.
Maybe.
I don't know. But
Robert Bay, Matt something, Frank Rosewood, Blank Sullivan. Do we know anybody named Sullivan?
Mm-mm.
Michael Andrews. Dead. Francesca Maryland. Annette something. Dismissed. Heather Obama. Alice McNamara. Go Fox. Dead.
Do you want to look up MK Ultra? Oh, Thomas. Yeah. Duh. Thomas.
Oh. It's not very often it's spelled like that. Here. It's usually Thomas.
What was that? MK Ultra?
MK Ultra.
That's the mind control event, the mind control thing that the CIA did.
We can still discuss this report. I don't even remember what this report is, though. Oh, it's the stuff that was on.
The song that's playing right now is called Subconscious. I feel like we're still missing the connection between Alex Martinez and Fast Cargo. That's the missing link I have right now. I don't know where that fits. Who did he say was the one that killed his daughter?
Andrews.
I mean, I say we go to Chris Joy.
It would have been David Andrews, I think is what he said.
We're going to go into overtime, but I think that we have to talk to Chris Joy. That's the missing link right now.
I think so, too.
So we're going downtown. Okay?
Okay.
Downtown.
Downtown.
Da, 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 da.
Downtown.
Right. 1:30.
1:30.
2 hours.
All right, that's not bad.
So 1, 2.
Chris Joy agreed to meet at the Beverly Hilton. His assistant mentioned the reason for this location was because Mr. Joy said the teller HQ gets a little privacy from the press, so he preferred to meet where there are no cameras or microphones. You arrive at the top floor of the hotel and enter the suite reserved for the meeting. Joy is there, waiting. At first glance, he seems extremely stressed. He greets you and directs you to the section of the room with seats and a table. He then asks the rest of the staff to leave the room so that the investigation may have some privacy. He sits nervously and fidgets with his tie and collar. He tries to give the impression of a smiling, relaxed individual, but his demeanor has quite the opposite effect. Questioning 1:30. Let me introduce myself once again, as we didn't have the pleasure of talking personally. My name is Chris Joy, and I'm Robert Teller's running mate. We both will soon represent the Democratic Party in the gubernatorial election. I couldn't remember Robert Teller's name. I want to go back to that list of people after this. We will both soon represent the Democratic Party in the gubernatorial election. Due to our close relationship, I don't see any reason why I couldn't represent him during this interrogation. Low stress level. Okay.
So he doesn't know what's going on.
It was a strange night. My memories are blurry. High stress level.
Nope.
I was sleeping when a phone woke me. My boss was still working. I heard Josh talking to someone in a very impolite way, forcing them to leave the corridor and use the staircase. Low stress level. I remember him telling this person to get the fuck out because someone important stays here. I opened the door and looked down the corridor where I saw a completely drunk girl staggering. She could barely understand what was happening. Medium stress level. When Robert approached the door and stood by me, she saw him in the dressing gown. Josh told her to move back immediately and pushed her. She pulled a gun out of her purse and started to wave it around. High stress level. Josh warned her to stay back. She didn't react to this warning. I wanted to close the door to protect the senator, but suddenly she fired at us. Josh responded instinctively. When Josh fired and she fell down, he shouted, "Fuck, call an ambulance." I remember he instantly tried to stop her bleeding. We ran to the room to call for help. He stayed in the corridor with her. He shot near her collarbone, low stress level. I've never seen so much blood in my life. Fortunately, nothing happened to Robert, as I probably wouldn't manage on my own. I'm his running mate, so if anything happened to him, I would have to replace him as a candidate for the governor. Please, understand we represent the poorer side of San Francisco. I'm personally trying, by running my foundation, HOPE, to prevent racial segregation in the city.
She didn't wave around the gun.
I think we should have talked to Josh.
Well, we can ask further questions.
We can't. We can ask Joy additional questions about recent threats.
Yep, we're gonna do that.
We get to add a plot card. And the threats, are they serious? I'd like to think that they aren't, but who can really know? Mr. Teller is a fierce challenger of the drug trade, so he has many enemies. Our agenda, if we win the election, has many important proposals to tighten the California laws in regards to illicit drugs. What's more, the elections are right around the corner. Our main opponent, George Wilson, isn't one to shy away from stroking the conflict among our constituents. What type of letters have you received? Many. Deaf telephones, letters, idiots shouting that they want to kill us at rallies and public events. There was even a bomb threat at one of the campaign stops. But luckily, nothing was confirmed. As I've said, the campaign has gained a lot of momentum and everyone is starting to lose their heads a bit. A lot of emotions are flaring. Do you think that Jennifer was sent by an opponent's camp? Oh no, not at all. I'm certain that this was nothing more than an accident. A drunk girl who got impassioned was unfortunately not aware of the consequences of doing the wrong thing at the wrong time.
So I added that plot card.
Okay. 128 to case 3.
Yeah. We still have 3 hours.
I'm going to use all of our stress levels, though.
Did we do this? Yes. Yeah. Was this about visiting the pizzeria?
Yes. I don't remember where, though. We did that.
Oh, you want to say, okay, wait.
Maybe
Robert.
not. Yeah, go back
Robert
to
Teller.
the Robert Teller. Go back to the
list.
list. I don't remember which one it was. Just go back to the database, and we can go from there. Hybrid assets.
No.
No, okay. What was the name of the challenger?
I think that she was being mind controlled. I think the music she was listening to. I think Alice was involved. I think that the reason why they didn't find the tape, any of the tapes that she was supposed to be listening to, is because Alex took them with her, and the music that she was listening to was actually the mind control thing.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree. I actually very much agree, and I think that it was. It's definitely drug
Induced.
but like, what happened?
There's some type of connection between. I think Jennifer was picked because of who her father was.
Yeah. I think. Oh, I wish we would have done Josh Morgan first.
I mean, I'm willing to push and try to go talk to him.
I think we need to, don't you?
All right, let's do it.
It's gonna
give us lots of stress, but it is what it is.
It's gonna give us probably 3 stress, which is the max that we can have.
Yep. 1 for the going.
Would have been 1 less had we just done it to begin with. 116.
Only 1 hour.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. The bodyguard is already waiting for you when you arrive at the agreed-upon diner. You show him your badge, sit, and order something to drink. Morgan starts by stating he cannot disclose any information regarding his client's meetings that night. You reply that you understand you're not concerned with politics and start asking questions. Why didn't Teller book the entire floor to himself for the sake of security? Isn't that typical procedure? 116. Questioning 116. I don't know. It was his running mate who booked the room. Mr. Joy said that we would be there alone. The hotel was empty and he should be saving his money for the campaign. When did you find out you weren't alone after all? Those chicks showed up on our floor shortly after 7 p.m. I wanted to call the hotel manager to move them somewhere else, but Mr. Joy said there was no need to make a fuss. Maybe Chris set up the hit. Did anyone visit them? Just a pizza delivery guy who showed up shortly after midnight. Before that, the brunette took the elevator down several times to buy alcohol and cigarettes.
What was the question? No, the blonde was...
I thought they were both blonde.
No. I don't think so. You were the one that was the lady.
Oh, it's this one. It would be in the long...
I mean, we can look it up if you want.
The long list. Anyway, she was teasing me a few times, but I knew it was just for fun. Judging by the amount of sun she was bringing back with her, she was quite a good drinker, I have to admit. Low stress level. She wasn't drunk. She seemed to be all right. What about the pizza delivery guy? Tall, well-built blonde, confident stride. He just passed by us, delivered the pizza, walked in, walked out. That brunette took the boxes and paid them. And then the younger girl walked out. She had a Walkman and headphones and was listening to music. She didn't stagger. She didn't really look drunk, but I knew she took something else. Her eyelids were falling constantly, and she had a very weird facial expression. I knew something was wrong. What do you mean by a weird facial expression? As if she was really concentrated on something, I don't know. She seemed absent. Medium stress level. What happened next? I asked her to take the stairs because the boss was supposed to go to the meeting, but then she told me not to stare at her ass. After a little banter, Mr. Joy came to the door and asked what was going on. She was already walking away, so I said, "It's nothing, a simple misunderstanding." That's when the boss appeared at the door, so I tried to calm him down. How did you calm him down? I said, "Mr. Teller, please go back in the room. The situation is under control." That's when she stopped. Yes, she turned back, saw him, pulled out the gun. I told her to move back. I warned her twice to lower her gun. Once she pulled the trigger, I did the same. It wasn't my intention to kill her. I simply tried to disarm her. Both Mr. Joy and Mr. Teller were standing in the entrance to the room. Mr. Teller did, but Mr. Joy managed to move away from the door a few steps. He was behind Mr. Teller inside the room. Who called for an ambulance and the police? Mr. Joy. Thank you. If you remember anything else, please contact me. You leave your business card on the table and go back to your car.
Is there anything else on this card?
No. I think Joy has something to do with it.
Okay. That's it.
It's literally all we can do. I want to look at a couple more things before we continue on. One of them is look at what Laura Palmer... It was questioning 115.
And I want to read Joy's questioning again, too.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, she never mentioned the hair color of the second girl.
Okay.
All right. That was the one of the things I wanted to check. And then...
I think that Laura had nothing to do with this.
No, I don't either. I just wanted I thought they were both blonde. Okay, her Josh and my person leave the corridor and use the staircase. I remember him telling the door and looked at the corridor, so she barely understand what was happening. Okay, so Josh said with low stress level that she was not staggering, that she did not look drunk.
Yeah.
When Robert pushed the door and stood by me, she saw me. The door. Josh told her to move back immediately. Just where she... I wanted to close the door to protect the senator, but suddenly she fired at us.
No, he was behind the senator.
He was behind the senator. Josh fired and she fell down. I really think Chris has something to do with it.
Me too.
There is something off here.
Alright, so now we need to... I'm not sure we need to file a report, but let's see.
Not either.
Final.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Here we go.
We only didn't do 2 things. We managed our time very well. Okay, final report. Bradley calls you into his office and lets you know that we have to wrap it up. So he wants to confirm everything. Everything he got so far before he closes the case for good. How did Jennifer come to possess a gun?
I think this one.
Crystal placed the gun in her handbag after Adam Colton delivered it to the hotel. She didn't have a gun. The whole situation was staged after her death. I don't think the whole situation was staged after her death.
No, I think it's this one.
I definitely think... Yes. Okay, why did the shooting take place in the Bel-Air Hotel? To contract with the Hybrid Association. The Hybrid organization went to push for being loyal. True story when to take Robert. Oh God, I don't know.
I think
it's between those last 2.
Yeah. I think it's this one.
You think it's Chris Joy?
Yes, because there's nothing saying that his daughter would have gotten shot.
I do too.
I think it's this one.
We know that Tom Wolfe had stuff that they would have wanted, but I don't think that they know that he has it.
Yes.
Or had it. Now we have it. I think it's Chris Joy.
That one?
Yeah. I think there were too many discrepancies there. I see. And who is behind the shooting at the hotel? Fast Cargo. I mean, technically the CIA. I feel like we're going to get this and it's going to be like, you're wrong on every account. Bradley nods silently and thanks you for all your work. While wrapping up the files, he stops and asks, while looking at one of the files, he turns around and says, hey, do you know what happened to Robert Bay?
He decided to leave the
Hybrid organization. Hey, 11 out of 18. That's not bad. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Could have been much better. Okay, well, we got the additional questions, right? We lost!
That means we have to go back and do it again.
Oh, no! We haven't lost a single case! We lost! How did we lose?
I don't know.
You need to play it again from the beginning. You cannot reset the case after you choose. Okay, well, we're not going to close the case.
I know, but I feel like we know too much now.
Well, I mean but that's part of it. It was like that's part of the thing, isn't it? It doesn't say you can't do it.
No, we can reset it.
Oh, wait. New on the streets. Making the game. You can choose the difficulty if you lose a case and want to replay it, or if you think you just need a hand. When choosing this mode, you can add 3 more hours to last day. Oh, no. Dumb. Okay, and that just reduces your...
You know what? I think we close the case, because we know what happened. We're on the right trail, and I don't think us redoing the case is going to make much difference. I know, like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't feel like redoing the case is gonna do anything much differently, because we did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we still have so many cards, though.
But we always did. If we close the case, we're gonna get epilogue, and we're gonna get to know what things we got wrong.
I think my problem is with, okay, for me, I hate closing it having lost, but also, meta, for the sake of the stream, watching this again is probably not going to be super interesting, other than the fact that we'll get to do a few other things that we didn't get to do the first time.
But only a handful, because there's all the stuff we did we needed to do.
Yeah.
I say we close the
we
case.
We may not go as far down some of the rabbit holes that we went down, but I feel like those rabbit holes are what got us to those conclusions. So what did we get wrong?
So I think we close the case and move on for the next one.
I think we also should have
Done that one?
taken her. Ah! No, we don't know where the stakeouts lead to. But it was only one stakeout that we didn't do, and that was Alex Mendez's.
Yeah, but she hadn't been around in months.
Right.
I say we close this case. That's my vote. I just don't feel like we're going to get a whole lot more information by redoing the case again. Because all that we're going to do is we're going to intentionally try to follow leads we didn't follow this time.
And we're going to miss other things that would give us points.
And because the thing is that we know some of the answers now. Because no matter what happens, you and I physically cannot forget the information we don't know.
That's true.
Like, I'm going to know everything we learned in this case. We're already going to know.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Now, Jennifer is not alive and well. Jennifer is dead.
Jennifer is dead.
We saw the autopsy. So that's my thing, is that, yes, we could replay it, but we know all this stuff already going in.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way for us to unknow it.
Yeah.
So it sucks that we lost the case, but...
I'm really upset that we lost the case. We got like a 4 on that one, on the last one, and it was like, it could have been better, but we still, like, got it.
We got a 5 on this one, so... We did not exhume the body yet. Next case.
Alright. Final report. So you shut the door behind you. So after you afterwards, when it comes to Jennifer the gun, I must say that you did great work when it comes to the part about Crystal and Colton. Okay, Adam Colton. Okay, we knew that. She also was playing a special cassette on prayer for this attack. The entire situation was precisely planned and surprised when I heard the real reason behind the shooting. In case of Robert Taylor's death, the Democratic Party would most likely run with a different candidate and would running mate, so it would be a disaster for Troy's career. Okay, so it wasn't Joy. It wasn't Joy. Anyway, we don't know much about Hybrid yet, but we know that they planned all of this to teach their ex-member Tom Wolfe a lesson. Since we cannot focus on Hybrid right now, we can investigate other leads.
That's where we messed up. If we'd have gotten that, we would have passed the
those
case.
were the two that we were we were in between. Fast Cargo was overseeing everything. Adam Colton was working for them. We believe they can lead us to Hybrid. Sadly, we don't have anything that can stick it to them yet, so we can't pressure them for now, but I will take care of that. Don't you worry about it. Well, I'm not thrilled, but I can't complain either. After all, you did some exceptional work. He takes the files with you and Jenkins provided. He knows your report with many notes on the side. He takes it all and puts it back in the folder. There should be more than enough to hold this piece of shit Colton behind bars and give Tom Wolfe some peace. He looks you straight in the eye. I have high hopes for you and your team, but for now, get back behind the desk and wait for my call. I should have some more for you soon. Whew.
So really, it was only the one thing that we messed up.
Yeah.
I bet you if we would have gotten that one right, we would have passed this case.
Probably. We did have a lot of high stress, but which takes
points away.
And we added this and didn't even use it. Boo.
So close, guys. We haven't done our spiel in forever. Do you want to do that while I look up for somebody to raid?
I think I know who we should raid. If you are new, we are Board Game House. We play board games on the internet for you. We stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays and Fridays we stream. You will see 3 faces here. Wednesdays, well, yeah, that's the easiest thing to say for now. Wednesdays, it's just Steven and I. Right now we're playing through Detective. Every other Friday, we are streaming our campaign of Humblewood, which is a D&D 5e supplement where we play as cute little animals. I'm DMing. Steven is playing. The next one will be on the 13th of March, which is Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yee.
We'll see if she doesn't try to kill me this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
One death saving throw away from being done.
You weren't gonna die. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That's where you're going to find all of any announcements, what games we're playing, if we're gonna have any guests, etc., etc., etc. Go subscribe on our YouTube. That's where you're gonna find the VODs, the how to plays that we do. My Diary of First Time DM, which will go up tomorrow, hopefully. Steven's reviews, which go up every Tuesday, and Derek's conversation with a creator, which I don't believe he has one scheduled for anytime soon, but as soon as one is together, it will be up there. I think that's it.
All right.
Come join our Discord. It's fun.
We're going to go raid our friends Bored and Drunk. They are playing Visitor in Blackwood Grove, which is from our friends at Resonum.
Yeah!
So it's just one big happy circle. So we're going to do that. Go show them some love. Tell them we sent them. Sent you guys. Have a lovely middle of the week. Second half of the week. And we will see you guys on Friday for something. We'll probably be celebrating our 400th
400th? 200th?
200th.
You doubled that there.
200th stream. Anyways, we love you guys. We will see you guys on Friday. And we will see you guys. Wow. That was loud. Bye, guys.
Bye!